Okay. Hey, everybody. I think I'm crooked. Oh, I'm hung up. My bricks are hung up. Bummer. Let me stop this. Yeah, I was going to play the whole thing, and I said, hey, Thomas, um, I put that video up how many days ago? Sunday night. No, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Friday. I put it up Tuesday night, Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday night, within minutes, I had a copyright claim on that video. So I can't even play that video on this live stream with audio without getting a copyright hit on this live stream. Yeah. I'm a little teed because I pay for my music. But hey, it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, Ed. Let me get on to. There we go. Friday, everybody. Whoops. We got echo, I'll bet. Here we go. Okay. Let's see who's in here. We got Charlie, Drone Psyche, Thomas Aerials. I saw Jaybird earlier. Ed from Love My Drones. And I saw someone before I even started this afternoon. Can I back this up? It's not showing it anymore. That's weird. Drone and new visuals. Let me, I'm pretty sure I've seen you in the streams, in the chats before, drone and new visuals. Let me just get this set up. I want to, so I can make you a moderator. Yeah, I'm subscribed to you. But I got way too many tabs open again. So you are now a moderator. Drone Anu. Drone Anu Visuals. Hey, you stole my last name. Oh, man. Dog's recovering. He got pancreatitis pretty bad. He was, we couldn't even pick him up to move him. He was just not in a good way. He gets that every now and again whenever he eats something that doesn't agree with him. Hey, Steve Carpenter. I know I sent you a link if you got a minute to come in. I know you might still be at work, so because I do come on early on a Friday. But no, he's already feeling better. He's not quite his chipper self, but he's not as down as he was, shall we say. So, but yeah. I mean, Choopy is one of the stars of my channel now. So here's a Friday Here's a Friday afternoon, early evening to you. And I just remembered something. I forgot to invite. Oh, I said I was going to send him the link. Fred. Let's see if I can do this now. I got to go to YouTube on my phone, which this is annoying. Pardon me while I do this. I'll try to keep up with the chats. Look at this. He knows better than to send you a link. Good one, Ed. Let's see. Share, copy. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, I told Fred Konzak, my buddy, I'd send him the link, and I forgot to. Fred's not here. He's in Ohio. He had a death in the family, so he's visiting with a lot of his brothers. He's got a bunch of brothers up there. What's going on here? Hey, Carlos. Dude, I know you're probably at work too, but whenever you get a chance, because I'm going to be on for a couple hours like I usually am on a Friday. But yeah, I'd like to talk to you. I mean, last week before you went to Florida, I said, help, but I've got it a little bit more under control. But I need to find out from you if this liftoff sim is accurate, because if it is, I am probably not going to get an FPV drone anytime soon. Yeah, like I said, most people are still at work, Charlie. But I just get on here. I like to get on here kind of early, though, because as some of you may know that, hey, Jay Bird, some of you may know that come on before we get a full panel going in here, I like to do my channel shout outs. And I got a bunch of them today because last time I was on a few weeks ago, I kind of missed a couple. We got real sidetracked. We had like 7 or 8 panels rolling at once. No, Thomas, you don't have to listen to me for a couple of hours. There are many other live streams going on right now that you can just buzz me out for a little while. Lift off, pretty accurate. Yeah, that is true. But no, I saw, who did I see was doing a live stream? It was kind of an unusual time that it was, where is this? That's me. That's me. That's, bummer, I can't find it. I think it was, I can pull up my subscriptions. Fly Zone Drone Quadcopters. That's Mike and Sergio. They're doing a live stream, probably because they have guests on there. I think they've gotten what's her name, Backpack Jack, and all the other ones from the Sunday Drone Seeker show. So that's always going to be pretty interesting. But I'm way more interesting, so don't even think of going there. Or if you do like I do, and if you're on your PC, I'll have like 2 or 3 tabs open of live streams, and I'll try to follow each one. The tricky part is make sure if you're going to comment on one that you comment on the right one, because you can comment on one, and if it's the wrong one, you can get in trouble. I think I know this. They only have 200 subs, Jaybird, but I guarantee you give them time, about a year from now, they're going to be well over 1,000. They're going to pass me like I'm standing still. But anyways, let me see here. Most of my channel shout outs that I like to do, in fact, I'm going to start fairly soon. Hey, Rod Piker Drones. I'm going to start repeating some of these because I was looking back on some of my last live streams or past live streams, and except for a few, in fact, Drone Psyche, Charlie comes to mind, a lot of them have stayed pretty stagnant. They're still active, but they're just not getting a lot of subs, and I just don't know why sometimes. But the first one I've got, let me put his link in, is him and I have been talking in the chats quite a bit lately, and he's got some good content. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Not yet anyway. But he's only got like 24 subs. Okay, so there's his link. And let me see if I can find him yet. We do a share. Share screen this time. Remember to hit the audio. I did, by the way, mean to hit my audio when I first came on. But this is JJ Fly, though. It's one of his videos. What I like about this, he's only got 26 subs now. He's only flying a Mavic Mini. He's got, of course, really nice scenery to work with. But it's his editing style. I mean, everybody always has room for improvement, and there's a long way to go. But, early on, you can see he knows what he's doing way more than I ever did when I first started. So if y'all could get over there and give him some love and a sub and a comment, maybe that'd be cool. And if you can mention I sent you, that'd be even awesomer. But yeah, he's got some good content, and he edits well too. I've checked out a couple of his videos, so he's obviously got some experience editing. One of the things that someone new to drones will do a lot now. See the way he's turning his drone. He's doing it fairly slowly. That's a good thing, because I had a terrible habit when I first started, and a lot of people do when they first start putting up drone videos, swinging that camera around like it was an axe. Ooh, there's a shot, just real fast, that kind of thing. And you don't want to do that on a finished product video. It takes a lot away from it. But anybody, and even in my latest video, which I'm my own worst critic, I did it a couple times myself. You just move it a little bit and you think, oh, well, maybe nobody will catch that. I caught it. So, but yeah, that's JJ Fly, and his link is in the chat. And like I said, if y'all go over and give him a hand with his channel there, I'd appreciate that. And let me see. Let me get a couple more in here. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, I want to get this guy in. I'm not sure if I like him or not, but he's got a lot invested in his channel, and he's only got less than, I don't know, 200. Oh, he's got around 250 subs. Hey, Steve, I'll get to you in just a second. Hang on, buddy. But let me get his info up there. And oh, now I'm in deep shit.
What's up, B?
You're just gonna have to wait your turn, man.
What's going on, B?
I'm trying to do business here, man.
Well, I'm just here for the business.
Now, you came in here because you saw that picture and said, no, he wouldn't put that up there, would he?
What picture did you put up?
Oh,
his thumbnail?
My thumbnail. You didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Because I've humiliated my wife. She said, I don't even know you anymore.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm already in the doghouse as it is. Bro. Oh, yeah. No, that's not bad. That's not bad.
You're kidding. Look, it shows off my best asset. I like that.
I think as you start going down the YouTube rabbit hole, they just become increasingly more aggravated with what we do.
Oh, yeah.
You mean that nose isn't attached to those glasses?
Oh, there's the prick.
I love the way those glasses flared, man. The glasses to me are what made that picture. I said,
I'm glad you remembered, Ken. I'm proud.
Oh, I have like a memory like an elephant.
Well, mine's easy.
Selective memory, though. Selective memory.
I hear you. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, that was a fun time, man. Brian, you missed out on a great time, man.
Yeah. Just go ahead and rub it in some more.
I'm gonna tell you, man, that was Ray Kelly did a phenomenal job. I would have never, if somebody would have told me there would have been 60 plus people there, I would have said you're full of shit. And there was like 60 plus people. There really was.
Is that a lot compared to the spin up or downs or equivalent? I've never been to.
I would say it's definitely up there. I would say first one. I mean, we don't have a chance for the second one or the third one, I should say, because the third one we got hit with COVID. But the first one, yeah, absolutely, it was way more than the first one. And I would say there was definitely it probably matched the amount of people that came to spin up the second time.
Cool.
I say so.
But we did a lot of interacting, a lot of flying.
Oh yeah, yeah. For as windy as it was, I think we did good.
Yeah.
I counted about 100 people at that last spin up. I could be wrong.
I think there was like 80, 85 people, I think.
Either way, it was just a good turnout, bunch of good people.
I mean, with spin up, it's like one of those things where you also had the live stream that he's looking to do now. which I think is pretty cool. But I mean, the whole factor of it all is this was free, so a little bit more, conducive. I think.
What I liked about the Ray Kelly's thing there is it was more informal.
Yeah, it really was. Like, it was funny. We get down there, and there were a few people. They came down there wearing masks. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything about that at all. I was waiting for that to happen. And then as the day progressed, they slowly disappeared, which I thought was pretty fun. I was like, welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
So
I was actually pleased to see little to no masks.
Yeah, there really wasn't. A few people had them, but it was not a big
Hey,
thing.
Ken,
Nice to see you, Steve.
you're famous, dude.
Is he? I didn't know until the other day.
This is the reason. I can watch YouTube on my big 55-inch live screen downstairs, and I do now a lot of times. So I showed my wife the new video on Tuesday, and then it was over, and it went back to my channel, and she goes, "What's that?" And it was the one that Dan took, Samson.
Okay.
Motovlog, and you were in it. You said, "Did you get that?"
Yeah.
That
was good.
No, you said that.
Was great
you
timing.
turned to the camera, and she goes, "Isn't that Ken?"
What he said was, "Please tell me you got that on video."
Dude, man, when that happened, man, I could not believe that, man.
The Maverick.
That was because we were getting ready to leave. We were getting ready to dip out, and we walked over to him because he thought he lost it under the bridge.
Right.
He thought he lost it, and then he's like saying, "It's funny is that was my buddy's friend. It was my buddy's friend." I thought it was hilarious, man. Still,
what I want to know is how did he find it? Was that water clear or
no?
He had a lot of spotters. Quite a few people saw it go down. So
okay, so he was using down. Okay, so he was using drones from maybe on top to see it?
No.
Eyesight. Just people saying a little to the left, a little to the right, and just feeling. Like needle in the haystack stuff.
Yeah. That was a needle in a haystack, 100%. Because the way, Brian, it was so windy. Usually that water's like clear, like you can swim around, you can see it, but the sand was all churned up on the bottom. So how he found that, I'll never freaking know. I mean, unless that bottom was super sandy, that would be the only way. But man, what a freaking find on his part. That was amazing.
Really, yeah, that was amazing.
The fact that he went in.
And everybody yelling out, "Take the battery out! Take the battery out!"
Yeah. Well, that thing was smoked. He already sent it back in. He said when he got home, he plugged it in and it turned on.
Really?
Yeah. So it still turned on. So I mean, if that speaks anything to the quality of DJI's, electrical components, but the problem is it's going to corrode though. It's going to corrode because of the salt water. So have to send it in for care refresh.
So you think it turned on after being completely dry, just not sealed well, that it didn't get wet?
Yeah, you know what it is, man? I think that top plate, it's sealed pretty well, It's definitely sealed. So I think it was been okay.
Sorry for the interruption, Brian.
You're good. I just want to give a shout out to Crystal's Texas channel. She's trying to build her channel, and she knows that I like to throw everybody on here when I can. But yeah, if y'all are not, go ahead and sub her if you could. And who do we got? Oh, PDR Drones. I thought I saw him popping here. Hot Rod in Daytona. Bill Thomas, Coast to Coast. Anyways.
How'd you like that big field by Mitch's, Ken?
It was pretty good, man. It was a fun spot to fly. I found, we went up to Cocoa Beach that night. So, Sean and I, we checked out the hotel and we went up to Cocoa Beach. And I was just finding spot after spot, like to fly.
Be there in a second, guys.
Thanks for the warning.
I found a pretty cool church to fly. We were flying the drone. We were flying the FPV drone right off the beach in Cocoa, and they didn't care. It was weird because there was a spot where there was no restricted airspace between Kennedy and Patrick Air Force Base. It just happened to be we were in that perfect spot where we can take off. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Free to fly. Cool.
So that was definitely good.
It sure does seem like y'all had some really nice areas to fly in too.
It really was, man. It I used to live over there for about 2 years, and when I was over there, I didn't have a drone, so I didn't really look at things the way I look at them now. Now I'll see something, I'll be like, shit, I got to make a mental note. I got to go back there. Oh, there's a gap or something. I got to go back there. Hey, Mitch.
Ken, how are you, buddy?
Doing good, brother.
Good to see you.
Yeah, man. So
Brian, how you doing? Steve? Carlos, where's your shirt, man?
It's only on your show, kid.
Oh, okay.
I sent Mitch a picture of this curtain that I turned into. No, it's a shirt, but it looks like a curtain.
I thought it was pajamas, man.
Those flowered shirts that he likes to wear. I actually went to, my wife bought it for me because I would never spend real money on a shirt like that.
Come on, Carlos.
I'm just teasing. I was looking for the Salvation Army by that neighborhood just to bring one home.
Carlos, where are you out of, man?
I'm in Queens, New York.
Okay, you're in Queens.
I'm right in between LaGuardia and Kennedy Airport.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
You can't fly nowhere over there.
No, you can fly everywhere.
Oh, you can?
I tell you, well, maybe you don't. You ever heard the channel named Drone Bum, Paulie?
Yeah.
If not, it's, yeah. Well,
yeah.
We were in Flushing Meadow Park, which is less than, I think, 3 or 4 air miles from
yeah, I see a lot of the five boroughs guys fly
right.
Flushing Meadow.
Right. So, and he went up with permission, with the Lance.
Yeah, yeah.
And it says maximum height 400. Like, okay.
Okay. Let it go.
But the issue over there is more interruption, Wi-Fi, and just a lot of breakup.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
They actually had renamed that park Interference Park as far as GPS drones.
Yeah. We were, there's an insane asylum somewhere over there that we were
Pilgrim.
Yeah,
I went there
told
too.
us to stay away from there though.
Why?
I don't know. Something about it's a dangerous spot to fly if you're by yourself or something like that.
If you have two people, you're fine. Me and Drone Bum go there on our own, and Drone Bum isn't going to protect me any.
No, definitely not.
The only reason I'll be protected is because I'll run faster, and they'll get him first. That's about it.
I'm gonna say. Hey, on that subject, I got something because you were talking about Lank and flying. But that last video I put up, I was flying that Carnival, and it is literally yards from restricted airspace. I want to say 100 yards. I got land permission. It didn't say I had any restrictions other than 400 feet, which I expected. I only needed 200 feet. So I put it up there, and I wanted to do a lateral hyperlapse. Okay, so it wouldn't let me do the hyperlapse because I guess I'm in close. Okay, so let me manually do it. I couldn't go manually left or right with my drone. I said, okay, maybe it's just because I have my Mavic Air. Let me put up the zoom, which is not as good in low light, but I was curious. I put up the same thing. Could not move laterally. Could move up, down, forward, backward. Could not move laterally. What's up with that?
With what drone?
Both of them.
And
Mavic
that was,
Air
you think
1,
that was a
Mavic Air
line?
2 and Mavic 2 zoom.
Interesting. That's weird. They wouldn't let it move.
That is weird. I'd never heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
I mean, I took it home that night. I took it home that night just to make sure maybe there's something wrong with the app or the RC. Nope.
I know with the Mavic Air 2, it wasn't letting me go lateral side to side, but there's a setting I had to turn off. It was just something to do with because there's no obstacle avoidance on the side. So you couldn't go left to right. You couldn't yaw left to right, which I thought was stupid. But you turn it off and it's fine. But I've never heard that. Maybe there's something in the hyperlapse that only lets you move forward. I don't know.
Well, when you're that close to restricted airspace, it won't let you do a lot of those quick shots.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And I thought, well, maybe that's it. But then, like I said, I said I'll do a manual. No. So I was kind of bummed.
I got to tell you, I was shocked at how low the planes were flying over the beach. They had like these some older modeled planes flying over the beach. They had to be maybe 20, 30 feet off the water.
Oh, yeah.
Like low. They were low.
We get them here all the time because we've got John Wayne Airport up there with SNA, but coming down the coast here to Dana Point from Newport and Laguna Beach and everything,
they can fly as low as they want, as long as they're not over people. Over the water, they can. There's no altitude restriction. They can go as low as they want, which I didn't realize that. But even the choppers, I was like, holy crap! I told Sean, I said, if you see one, you call it out. I'll spot you. You call me out because that was scary.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
I wasn't going to come on, but then I saw the question come up about not being able to move laterally side to side.
And
Did you recently do an update?
No.
Okay, because sometimes when you do an update, it'll go back to factory settings, but it will be different than what you got from the factory. And in your safety setting, it restricts you from flying side to side. So
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, I know. Whenever there's an update, especially a firmware update, that's one of the main things you always have to go into. And like I said, I made sure. I think the last setting I did was back in December, or update that I did. And I know that there's another one out there, but it has to do with not the Mavic Air 2. Can't remember what it's for. I think it's for the Mini or something.
both in the Fly app and the Go 4 app.
That's just it, though. It did it in the Go 4 app too on my Zoom, and I haven't updated that, and I can't remember when.
Brian, I would take it out somewhere and just try it again outside that airspace and see
what I did. I took them both home that same night, and in the dark, put them up in my backyard, and they were fine.
Yeah,
you did the hyperlapse.
You could have something to do with that airspace, because the way DJI defines the airspace, it's a little differently than what we see. Link it's a pie. But DJI has things cutting left, right. It's sort of weird how they have it. So it could say, hey, maybe you have, there's an approach pattern to the right, and it's not going to let you go right because of the approach pattern.
And there was an approach pattern just north of me. That I'll bet you're right, Ken. Because I got to remember too, it's not the FAA, it's what DJI sees, and they're over, they're over in China or whatever, and they don't know what the hell they're looking at.
Well, and that again is the problem that I have. And what's funny is they get their airspace data from us. We provide that to DJI. They, they'll basically shop for whoever's going to give them that data, and then they funnel that into their app. So it's not like they're taking it from us. We provide that to them, but it's however it's being interpreted is how that is, which is sort of stupid.
DJI has got restricted airspace all over the place that does not show up on air map. Little heliports and things.
Oh yeah.
Seaplane bases and stuff. I know my son's house. It's outside of restricted airspace. It's free in length, but DJI would never let me take off from his backyard.
I think I'll probably end up flying the Autel a bit more. I think for me, I need to start transitioning back to flying the Autel.
Why?
Because why?
Yeah.
With the Mini, no restrictions, and
okay.
It's just not.
That's what I'm missing my Autel for right now. In fact, when that happened, I always went everywhere with all three of those. And when I'm thinking, this wouldn't be going on if I had my Autel right now.
Yeah, I've got the 6K. It's been sitting on the shelf for a little bit. I haven't used it a lot just because I don't get the same performance that I do, but I'm tired of butting up against, altitude restrictions and all this shit. When I have a link for, let's say 300 feet, I have a link for it. DJI says, okay, you can go 50 feet. FAA says I can go 300. Why? Just give me what they say. So
that happens at my house, Ken. I get 400 feet from Lance, and DJI limits me to 200 feet.
Yeah, I get it. They want to be safe. They want to be safe about this stuff, and I totally understand that. But there comes a point where they have to think, we got to be responsible. They can't nanny everything, so they got to think like that. But hopefully, Autel, puts out a couple of new products this year that will hopefully sway buyers that way, maybe.
No, you can't just unlock the DJI stuff.
You can, but sometimes it doesn't let you. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't always let you unlock. Oftentimes, I've had an issue where I go to unlock and the unlock request has been rejected. If you also use the smart controller and you try to do unlock, and you didn't connect, let's say you didn't connect to your internet first. Holy crap! Forget it. You might as well just call it a day right there. It'll never let you unlock.
Yeah. See,
that's ridiculous.
We have different classes of pilots. So your basic pilot and your advanced pilot, which I guess is like your 107. But I can fly right at the airport, but with the certification I've got.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I hear certain people are able to get unlocks and have no issues. Yes. But like, for instance, the FPV drone, you can't unlock that. You can't fly anywhere with that where there's restricted airspace. Even if you connect it to the app, there is no way the application isn't updated to allow you to unlock it.
Oh, no, really?
So that's sort of a bummer to somebody who just bought that, right? You want to unlock it, you can't fly. There's no way to do anything with it. That's a fail on their part.
No, that could be
follow the rules.
Yeah, Nav Canada probably doesn't provide all that information. You buy it, they just let you.
I mean, the reality of it is, if you unlock somewhere and you break the law, they know who you are at that point, right? So you're going to get turned in. You're going to get turned in. They're going to know who you are.
I've got a question here to ask everybody. I updated my firmware on the tablet that Brian has, the Android tablet.
And Ken has.
Yeah, and on it before, I used to have the Fly app. It updated through the Play Store and everything. Well, it's their proprietary, software for the tablet. So I go in there now, and the Fly app is no longer in the Play Store via that. But I went on the DJI website, and you could download it from that. Has anybody else had a problem?
There's a reason why they're doing that. So DJI is trying to skirt the approval processes, which for me, I have a problem with them allowing it to be downloaded directly. One, it skirts any vetting from the App Store to make sure that there's no malicious activity happening. So there's risk involved.
Right.
Two, if you have an application on the iOS App Store, because that's the only way you can install on an iPhone, then your application should absolutely be on the Play Store. Google didn't ban them from the Play Store. They're not banned from the Play Store. They can put their application there. It's they chose to pull it off of there because they want to either A, get the updates faster, or B, there's something malicious happening. Those are the only two reasons why. And I don't care what anybody says. If you're doing nothing wrong, put it on the Play Store so that way it can be scanned.
Because I noticed on my other tablet I had, just a Galaxy tablet, it's gone.
Yeah.
It was on there and it's gone, and I hadn't done any updates.
Now, here's the problem with that tablet, the Triple Tack tablet. By the way, those guys, I had a falling out with those guys. They don't like me.
He sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah. There's no active scanning happening on that application, so it's not actually scanning to make sure there's no virus or any malicious. You don't know what's happening. You can't see where their data is going.
Yeah, you're pretty much on your own with that thing.
Yeah. So when you install it, you're on your own. You're taking a risk that your data is protected. So I would tell anybody that if you're using the Fly app on Android, to use it on a device that is not link it to like a throwaway Gmail account or something that doesn't have access to your contacts, doesn't have access to obviously your YouTube or anything that you would care if it got lost or stolen. I would link it differently. That's just my thought on that.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Can you use one without data, or you need data to fly?
You don't need data to fly.
I'll tell you one thing, it makes it a lot easier.
I mean, you don't need data. I mean, if you're going to do an unlock or you're going to have your maps, then you need to download it. But beyond that, you should be fine. So.
No, I've definitely learned. That's one of the main reasons why I use it now is because of the data. I put it on my data plan. It is just so, because I would have to go iPad, make sure my hotspot's turned on. They're ready yet? Okay, there it goes now.
It's a pain in the ass, man.
Yeah. But I mean, with that Triple Tech, it's got its own data. So yeah, I'm up in the air in no time. One thing noticed on that note, did y'all see that new tablet? It's like 2,200 nits. Somebody had a review on it a few days ago.
I did see that.
It's along the lines, if you ask me, of a Crystal Sky, because it's not. I'm not quite sure what it's made for. Actually, whereas Triple Tech was designed for drones, this one is designed for a variety of scenarios. So I'm sure there's another cluster.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop off. I got dinner. My brother's birthday's tonight, so I'm going to go.
Happy birthday.
But pleasure to see all of you as always.
Adios.
Take care, Ken.
See you, man. Adios.
Take care, Ken. Good to see you.
But no, that the new tablet is only like $370.
2,200 nits. Wow, that's.
But it's the same size as the Crystal Sky. I think it was only a 5.5 or 5 3/4.
Well, the Crystal Sky has two versions. I have the 1,000 nit version, which is plenty bright, but they had the 2,000 nit version. But you don't see too many of those around.
Isn't it cheaper to like stand under a tree and shade instead of?
And in Texas, you have to
Just
stand
a
under a
thought.
tree anyway.
I mean, who
Goggles,
wants to stand in the sun anyway? Well, I was thinking if they had the FXT goggle type and they can still fly their GPS, that would be cool because it's still open.
Yeah, or you can
And
get
it's a
them
nice
with aerials.
it's a bright screen, and I have no problem in the sun. How many nits do you think that is? It's not that bright.
Well, the only problem is you don't have the touch screen, so you can't work the app.
Yeah. That's true.
And Hot Rod and Daytona, I just looked at that field where it's 7. That's not it. I'm not sure what it is, what the name it was. I guess I should take better notes during the week. Because of all things that I should be talking about, I should be talking about that.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah, right.
Well, so going back to what I believe you originally started is after a little bit of Velocidrone, you decided that FPV can take a back seat, or you're going to wait a while?
No, that's what I was going to ask you, man, because like I said, I've been using the Liftoff app, and I like the initial setup to where it gives you the basics. And it only took me a week to learn how to make that drone go straight through the gates.
Oh, you're doing gates? You're not doing free flying?
Not yet.
Why?
I tried free flying initially. You say that fast 3 times. But yeah, I tried the freestyle initially, and I said maybe I better start at the beginning.
I would say free flying
are hard.
Yeah, I would say free flying is easier.
Really?
Yeah, just keep it out. Get up there at altitude and just try to keep it in the air at first. Yeah,
honestly, I'm holding off on getting the drone until I figure this out.
Brian, I can't do the gates.
Really?
Yeah, that's hard.
Those are tough, man. That's the hardest part of this gate. Getting through those gates is the hardest part. Are
you kidding me? It's not that easy. Seriously.
Well, that's another thing at that FPV meetup I was at a few weeks ago. That guy set up gates. And they were crashing left and right trying to get through those gates.
What size gates? Were they 3 or 4 feet?
They were regulation. They were 6 feet high.
Oh, okay. That's a different story. Yeah. No, I'm more into just what you guys do, but just with a little bit more rolly occasionally, and
Here's the thing, though.
I'm not into the flippy floppy stuff.
I have not been able to, and I guess it's because I'm so coming from GPS drones. When I try to turn, I get the part where you're using your left stick, but then if you use the right stick, instead of helping into that left turn, I'm dive bobbing. I'm making a left turn right into the ground.
So then what also might be happening is your left stick is pointing down instead of staying level.
And that's what I was trying to adjust. I even put the sticks up on the screen because it'll let you do that. Damn it! They're dead even. Why am I going down all the time?
What mode are you? Are you flying in acro, or are you trying to fly in stable?
All of them. Because it's got like 3 of them, you can fly them, and I think
lift
off level. Oh yes, I'm staying away from that. That's another thing too. It gives you these 5 and 6 inch birds, and I'm just going, where's my tiny hawk that I'm used to hanging from a tree?
Believe it or not, it's in liftoff. It'll probably be easier to fly the bigger ones.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah.
No, but keep at it and do freestyle, because that race stuff. If that's what you're judging your abilities. You're trying to do expert.
No, in the very beginning, it has a tutorial, and the tutorial gives you the basics. But one of those basics, after you pass left, right, up, down, is just drive that thing in a straight line and go through your gates like this. And yeah, it took like 20 tries before I managed to get through.
Okay,
so that's good.
Yeah, it's all throttle is.
Yeah,
probably
and I'm figuring that part out.
Important. That's the single most important thing. The second thing is when you turn, it's not like turning a camera drone where you're just yawing. And all turns in FPV are done with both sticks.
And that's what I was trying to do, and I was put
both
right
sticks
to the ground.
So what? Well, then you were as you were yawing with the left stick, you're probably unconsciously pulling the throttle back at the same time, which is going to lower your altitude. Remember, when you're level and you roll like this, you have less lift.
Yeah.
Your lift is off in this direction instead of straight up. So any airplane, when you bank it, if it's an airplane, you got to have up elevator to keep your altitude. On a quad, when you turn like that, you're going to be adding a little power as well. So
EBR FPV.
And you can't think about it. You have to get to the point where you just go up there and do it. Get up in the simulator, just keep flying and crashing and flying and crashing, because if you try to think about moving those sticks, you'll never learn.
See, and that's what I want to find is I want to find that muscle memory that y'all are always talking about.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Just do it. Just get up there and just keep doing it.
Trial and
And
error.
all of a sudden, without you even consciously thinking, your eyes and your brain will start to watch and realize that a certain stick movement results in a certain thing happening.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, you'll find that you're starting to.
Just so long as I don't
you're
start
starting to
looking like
control it.
Dan Sampson. Just as long as that doesn't happen, I can go with that. I start looking like him.
Brian, when I first started, I started out with that tiny hawk that you have, the one, and I was like, what am I doing wrong that these guys make it look so easy? And I was struggling in the beginning, and all of a sudden it just clicks. So don't give up is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm not going to give up. I mean, if you dumbasses can do it, I know I can eventually get it.
There you go.
2 years. I've been doing it two years now to get
More than
where I
that,
am.
no?
Just 2 years. No, that's it.
That's
2
it.
years.
Hey,
March. I started flying FPV in March of 2 years ago, and I'm old and handicapped because I have no reflexes anymore.
Hey, Marcel.
My eyesight is bad, and you know, I'm getting feeble. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
And I meant to ask both of y'all, Mitch and Carlos, what was the deal that I heard about at the meetup? Y'all couldn't fly your FPV stuff when the GPS birds were in the air? What was up with that?
It's a matter, the DJI camera drones will throw a lot of interference on our video feeds.
Oh.
Yeah, that's always been that way. And you just don't, you know, when you go to an FPV meet, nobody's flying a camera drone. Nobody's flying a DJI drone. And you can find a channel if you look where it might not be as bad.
Far enough.
Yeah, far enough away.
There's a wiseness in this right here. I'm not sure what the hell it is, but there's something wise there.
You need the memory.
Yeah, you need muscles first. Maybe that's my problem. Oh, man.
You did miss a good time, Brian.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, but a lot of y'all took video, and you know, if you
Just
can't
like
be there,
being there.
sometimes that's the next best thing. Because I know it was a good time.
Yeah.
That was.
Well, that's
that
like
was good
those of
break.
us that missed spin up. We enjoyed watching all the videos from the guys that went out to spin up, but we didn't get to go.
I'll be
So
honest
eat
with
your
you.
hearts out.
I don't think I would have liked sitting and listening to speeches for 3 or 4 hours. That's just me.
Oh,
What we
No.
did was great. We just out
Right.
flying, moving. I was
not
never.
8 hours, Carlos.
Was it
like
8
8
hours? Oh,
It's like
okay.
8 hours.
Of
Oh,
actual
yeah.
sitting down and watching
That'd drive
speeches.
me crazy.
The good stuff came the next day, which
That's what
I
I'm saying.
wasn't
Was
there.
flying, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's where we started, and then we took the middle day for lack of a better term, meet and greet. We all went out to dinner, whoever wanted. There was just like 25 of us, I think. And then we did it again. Flew on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah.
I'd be
Well, it
honest
worked
with
out
you,
great.
I had no downtime because you're either going to the event, coming back, getting ready for the next thing, and then you got to think about charging batteries. Like, where do you fit all this stuff in between? And it was like, wow. Thank God for the first day, Mitch let me charge at his place.
You had enough batteries for a week anyway. Jeez.
No, but I actually got to charge some a second time.
Yeah.
He
all
didn't
those
charge me that
pictures-
much. He only charged me $5. You think that was fair to
I was,
charge
you
the
know, I
batteries?
mean,
I was
Hey,
just,
hey,
I was
hey,
impressed
I'm
listen,
just
with-
kidding.
listen.
I was impressed with Mitch, you doing the shooting, and Dan and everybody going through everybody's lunch carriers that they had all their batteries in. I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, can you go through TSA? That would have been a nightmare.
No,
Yeah, they made
let us do
Carlos
it.
open it up twice, didn't they?
I had
They
to
made
go
you
through
open it
twice.
again.
Yeah.
But they aren't lunch carriers, Steve. They're fireproof lipo bags.
Yeah, well, I
Well,
know
still
they
not
are.
sure if they're fireproof though.
Yeah, I don't want to find out either.
I've got the individual ones for my DJI batteries, you know, and
Yeah,
I
nobody
keep
uses
them out.
those for FPV. You use these big bags, throw 20 batteries in them. If one of those batteries were to go up, it would be like an explosion in a fireworks store.
Oh yeah.
I'm now cheating on with my non GPS drone. I've got one that's got altitude hold.
Oh yeah. Show them, Gary.
Tell him.
Are you ready?
Show them your altitude hold drone.
My drone is in the controller.
Oh wow.
I saw that yesterday on your stream. I like that thing. You know, I've kind of gotten into these things myself. You know, they're fun to play with in the house on a bad weather day.
Yeah.
They're a hoot. Oh, and by the
Look at
way,
the size of that thing.
hey,
Well, yeah, it doesn't go through your mouth to your nose. You know, I mean,
this thing though is good. Yeah, it could. Mine it could.
Yeah.
But this thing is a good way to do a little FPV too in the house because it's the same principle.
But you know, that just what makes you giggle when you fly it. You just laugh the whole time. You know, it's
And
great.
it's got a 720p camera on it.
20p camera. Yeah.
It's like a Tello, for God's sakes, only smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tenth of the size, I think. Yeah, it's 19 grams.
Wow.
Those are actually harder to fly than anything. My wife brought me one of those for either birthday or Christmas, and I had a dickens of a time just trying to keep it up.
Oh, I have no. Well,
I love that. I love that picture.
That's the name of some cartoon character, isn't it? Doug or somebody?
Is that you, Brian, looking
Mr.
into a
Magoo.
fisheye lens or something?
Mr. Magoo.
No, there's some kind of cartoon character with a big schnoz like that.
That's a great picture, man.
This.
So, Carlos, you know,
Yes,
I
sir.
got Bob Casey gave me his
360 close up.
Tiny Hawk 2 kit that he got from Rick Halbert. And
Figured
he
it
got-
out?
And he gave, yeah, I did.
Nice.
I got it all working, and I shipped it to him today. But I tried to fly it last night with that controller, that they give you.
Takes a little getting
So I
used to.
I
But you're a
talked to him
pincher.
today.
That's right. You're a pincher.
I talked to him today, and I said, Bob, I said you probably fly it, but you're going to want a real radio if you have any interest in this stuff.
No, you can actually get away with it in the beginning.
Wow,
You're a
hated
pincher. That thing was, yeah. Now tell me,
Yeah,
what was it?
that's
A sequence of button pushing, left, right, up and down? How did you bind the second quad to it?
Well, I didn't. The first quad, the Tiny Hawk 1, he evidently tried to plug his battery in backwards and sparked it and burned up the connector.
Whoa.
So I checked that out, and it didn't hurt the quad. So that quad works. But then I figure if he's going to fly, he may as well use the 2. So I bound the 2 to the radio. And the way you do that is you turn the radio on, and you simultaneously hold the down trim on the throttle and the pitch stick
Okay.
for a couple seconds, and then it goes into binding mode.
So
And
down,
then
down
you
on the
put-
trim, left and right. I have to remember that
Left
for the
and right
next
trim.
person.
The trims are the center. They're
Yeah.
closest to the center. Yeah, you push both of them down after you turn it on. The radio needs to be on, and then you hold again 2 seconds. When you're done binding, takes it out of binding mode. So I got that all working for him, and the other
Nice.
quad is okay, but I didn't bind it. I didn't know if you could bind 2
You can.
to the one transmitter. I didn't want to.
Oh,
take a
I
chance.
see what you're saying.
So I
Why
just
couldn't
left
you?
it. Well, I don't know enough about that little Emax transmitter. I know you can bind a multiple quads to a regular transmitter.
Mitch, wait a minute. Wait.
There's
Don't-
something he doesn't know. Yes.
Don't make me edit this part out. You said I don't know. What?
No.
Don't make me edit this, man.
That's the first time I ever held one of those little things in my hand. That little Emax transmitter. But we got it working, and it's on its way back to him. So
He'll be flying again.
Here comes the newest member of the FPV community, Mr. Bob Casey.
Really?
Yeah.
He's going to give it a
Oh
whirl.
my gosh, another one to the dark side.
To the dark side.
Or at least take a little taste.
The thing about it is, it's not. I can definitely draw a line between the two.
Each
You
has
know,
his place.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually gotten to where I like the photography side, not even the video side of the drone now stuff as much as I love taking early evening night shots. They're just,
Yeah, your sunset shots and your night shots are gorgeous.
but at the same time, you're not going to get anything cinematic from a FPV drone, but they're kicking the butt to fly, you know.
You can get
Even that-
tremendous cinematic cruising. You've seen some of these FPV shots where they're cruising down the mountain slopes
Oh, yeah.
along the beach. They're gorgeous footage.
Now, even that goofy Tiny Hawk 1 that I got with the kit that came with it, I was getting vertigo just hanging that thing in the tree. I would get it up in the tree and would dangle and was going, ooh, I need to take the glasses off. I'm getting dizzy.
Brian,
I know-
Mr.
I know-
Mike
I
Roche
know
just
what
joined
you-
us.
I know what
Hi,
you
Mike.
mean, Brian.
Ed's in the
And,
house. too.
Jerry
Hi, Ed.
Calvary brought a bunch of set of goggles for me to try at Spin Up #2. And when we were at the field, he goes, well, here, put them on. And he had them connected with the HDMI cable to him. And so I'm watching him, and all of a sudden I start to lean and move, and I backed into the fence. Right as I backed into the fence is when Ken flew his his Maverick into the ball fence and smacked it dead on. Man, it made a big boom. And I go, what the hell happened?
He should have had you either sitting or leaning on something from the beginning. Anytime I take anybody for a ride along, that's what I suggest.
Yeah,
And in the beginning, when I first started
Sit
flying,
down.
I almost fell down.
when
Same thing.
I'm standing against the fence, I just leaned against the fence and I was fine.
Yeah, that's what I started to do little by little. Then you creep off the fence a few feet just in case, and you get used to it.
Hey, Tech Sarge Drone Guy and Mike Roche, in case I'm pretty sure. I said
Mike
that.
Roche is in here, yes, sir.
You know, you'll get more vertigo when you're riding along with somebody else flying than you will if you're doing the flying.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, like it's like driving a car or being a passenger. Drivers very rarely get motion sick, but the passengers will. And
You can anticipate what's coming up.
yeah. So
That's
a lot
why
of people
roller
who've
coasters-
tried the goggles and even watching replays who get dizzy from it might not have that same experience if they were actually flying.
Well, ever since I got these big screens, you know, I follow Ed Ricker quite a bit because he really, I like the way he flies. He can, I'm sure he's crashed plenty of them, but the stuff that he actually puts up that you see is amazing. But at the same time, I've sat here like a foot from the screen, like I'm doing now, and just looking at it, I'm going, okay, I'm getting ready to puke.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean, Brian. I have a hard time watching it on
It's hard for me to watch somebody fly sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they just carry it and they're walking it back on a live fly, it's like,
I'll tell you what, the one that he
Get
did with
seasick.
a beautiful, like you were talking about cinematic flights, like you were talking about, Mitch, is when he was with Sean and he put his videos up when Sean did, when they flew that ridge up on the hill with that 7-inch FPV that he had, and he was flying on the ridge. It was over 50-mile-an-hour winds up there. And he banked that thing, came over the ridge, and just followed it on down. It was just a gorgeous,
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
flow.
Yeah,
it's amazing what you can do with these things.
Carlos, his style of flying is very unique. He flies what I call the target style of flying. In other words, Carlos can't fly unless there's a target for him to aim at,
Come on.
like people, cell phones,
I heard back of heads,
backs of the
side of
head,
head.
under the legs.
It's calculated risk. Brian, I'll put up a quick share for you. If maybe you
It was
guys already
funny.
saw this.
It was funny.
It's just fun. But it's calculated.
Risk, or is that calculated dare?
Yes.
You almost can't hurt anybody with those things.
Yeah,
Now,
no, unless you hit somebody
is this
directly
the
in the
cell
eye.
phone deal? Is this the
No,
cell
no,
phone
this
deal?
isn't that one. Oh, this is with the guys. Rodney, Brian,
cool.
Sean,
Very cool.
what's his name, Bayaz. And this is the Tiny Hawk too, just so you know.
It
and
is.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
fighting a breeze going towards the building, like that direction. Coming
Ah.
back.
Okay, now here's the other thing then, because I've been looking at the Tiny Hawk 2, but then I'm looking at the Tiny Hawk Freestyle, and I'm going, you know it's going to be harder, but I think the Freestyle for outside might be better.
There's Ken Dono. No, well, yeah.
Not if you're just learning. I mean, if,
But not
if you're
doing
just
what I'm
starting
doing.
out. Yeah, if you're
Don't-
just starting out, just use the
Yeah,
Tiny
no,
Hawk
that
too.
looks-
I love flying it outside. They're a
If
blast.
it's in the wind like I saw over the weekend, that's
This
the
is
Tiny
about-
Hawk 2. That's amazing.
This is
Yeah,
about
10 miles an
hours.
hour wind. 10 miles an hour, you can handle it easily.
I came close to a few guys, a few love taps here and there. You know what I like? What you see all the guys talking over there by the building, and watch. I just cruise by them, and they just keep doing that thing. Again,
What?
calculated risk. Watch. You see?
Dennis
Yeah,
Lovely.
we get to the point where
He was landed in his ear.
we ignore it. We ignore it when Carlos is flying around. Everybody
Now look,
just
I'm
ignores
trying
it.
to distract Ken Dono here as he's setting up.
Free haircuts.
I think I hit. No, Mike is not in this one. There was one where I just love tapped Mike on the head. I think Sean Oz takes a swipe, maybe on the way back.
I took a swipe at you there.
Yeah, all you guys.
That's Sean right there, yeah.
Look,
That was funny.
I
You
don't know.
just dared them, man. Put it low right where just they can stick out their leg.
Well, you also notice I passed him low because I don't want to hit him in the face. So
Well,
I'm taking, although I did come close to poor Brad Alston. I almost mugged him. But just to goes to show what you can do. That guy, Brad, nice guy.
okay, yeah.
very
You
neat.
just sold me then, Carlos, because like I said, if it can do that, I'm gonna probably get that as my first one then.
Oh, you'll love it.
Yeah, it looks easier too.
Get extra props, extra batteries.
Yeah, I know. And I already got a bunch of the batteries that fit it now.
You have. I'm sorry. Say that again about the fitted batteries.
I've already got a bunch of the batteries now because the one and the two are the same.
So that was fun. That was having fun.
Oh,
Very
man.
good. Hey, let me welcome Ron Lockwood into the chat.
Ron's here.
Hi, Ron.
Ron is here, and Ron needs to get in here because we need to talk.
I like Ron.
We need to talk about this for a while, Ron.
Is that the 360? Insta
Yes.
360?
Yes.
He took a lot of.
Yeah,
I don't know about a
can't wait to
lot, but
see
he did a
his-
decent
I
amount
saw
of video.
some, but he said he was editing some of it. Yeah, I wanted to. Hopefully, I want to say that. Hey, Rodney Bell.
You know what's funny?
Hello, Rodney.
I wasn't subscribed to him
Hey,
until
Rodney.
today. All this time I know the guy.
I can't wait to see his 360 footage from
It's
from
up.
Florida.
He did a video.
Did
He
he?
did a
I
video
didn't,
today.
I didn't get to see that yet. No, okay.
Tribute video to Rick.
Mr. Rick.
Okay.
And the
Yeah.
other one who does a lot of good videos on it too, Brian, is Sean Oz.
There are so many,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have to plow through them all because I'm gonna tell you right now, this thing. I thought, well, it's a camera. I'll figure it out. Yeah, no, there's a learning curve on this thing. For one thing, most of what you do, you've got to do it on your cell phone. And I found out the hard way last night. Your cell phone better have enough storage on its main drive.
Why?
I've got enough.
Sean's not doing it on his cell phone. He's carrying that hidden stick, and he's out there snowboarding all over the place with it.
You can only edit it on the app. Now, once it's
to edit,
edited,
yeah.
once it's edited, you can transfer it to your computer,
Right.
like color grading and stuff. You can do that, but most of the trick editing is done on the app. In fact, because I pull
Don't
this.
they have the app for your computer?
No, they don't.
They don't.
And that's one of my topics for today was pros and cons, and that's a biggie to me. It's a storage space killer, and you only have the option of editing on the phone. And look at these files. Let me just do.
That kind of sucks. Small screen to edit.
I'm not real good at. I mean, I can do it. I've done it before, but it's not one of my favorite ways to do it.
Wow.
This is the SD card and the files that are on it after I took it out yesterday afternoon, and in just an hour, it generated 20 gigs of stuff. 20 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, some of these files, okay, MP4, this will play on my computer, but a lot of these other files that have they're the same file. Where's this thing at? This LV file. It must have something to do with the tricks on it, because the space that it takes up is as much as the video. And I'm just going, oh, great. So I have to carry this. I see me going through multiple SD cards with this thing is what I'm going to recommend, because it will store it on the SD card. You can use it to where it's going to work with the SD card, but if you download anything from this, it's going to your phone as a finished product, and you best have the capacity to be able to handle it. And like I said, mine, not so much. Hey, Ron.
Hey,
Hi.
I knew you'd
Hey,
pull
Ron.
the trigger.
Hey, bud.
How you doing,
I got
Ron?
you in there, man.
Hey, Ron.
But,
What's up? Happening, guys?
You look tired.
you
What's the
feeling?
matter?
You look
Just,
tired.
Tired.
still a little wiped out from the trip.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Takes a
Jet
little
lag.
extra.
I got up at 2:30 this morning to come to work. So
Did you see all the activity this guy was doing?
Yeah.
Fishing, riding, flying, driving, eating.
Driving motorcycles, everything.
Jeez.
Chasing alligators.
Mm-hmm. Chasing
Or I
everybody.
should say alligators chasing him.
Carlos, I got a slew of stickers from the meet. All these
Nice.
FPV guys are handing out stickers. So
You gonna
now
put them
I
on
need
some goggles?
I don't know what I'm going to put. I have to find some place to stick them.
Put them on the back of your car like Dan has on the back of his
Here's,
tailgate.
Nah.
You recognize this one?
Yep.
Night train?
Nice train, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hello, bud.
Hey, welcome. I wasn't supposed to be here, but plans got changed. So welcome, everybody. Or thank you.
Hey, Mike
Mike
Roche.
Roche.
Hey guys, I see you got a full house.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what I'll do, guys. I'll back out and let some
Sure,
of you
Mitch?
guys. I got.
Oh, wait. Don't leave. Where are you from?
Melbourne, Florida.
And Carlos?
Queens, New York.
Gary?
Brant County, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, Ron?
Rapid City, South Dakota.
Penitentiary.
Oh, I love Rapid City.
And you,
Mike?
where are you?
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
I'm from Syracuse, New York.
I've never been there. I'm a little farm town called Oswego, Illinois. I'm about 60 miles southwest
okay.
of Chicago.
All right.
Hey,
So
So
bud.
listen, guys, I'm gonna back out. I got myself a COVID shot yesterday.
Uh-oh.
I got one Sunday.
I got the Johnson & Johnson one-shot deal.
How'd
How you
that
feel? How you feel, Mitch?
Zero. I'm wondering if they didn't just give me saline.
Placebo.
My arm is never got sore. I never had any reaction. I can't feel any different.
That's the one my doctor recommended. If I'm going to get one,
Weird.
get the Johnson & Johnson.
I think so, and there's a lot of confusion because of the numbers on it. They say that the other vaccines are 96% effective, and the Johnson & Johnson's only 66% effective. But I went ahead and did a little research, and those numbers are pretty much meaningless because of the times in the COVID curves that they actually did the tests, where they did the tests, and the real number that I learned is important is that all of these vaccines are about 100% effective in stopping hospitalizations and deaths.
Right.
And all of them are almost 100%. In other words, yeah, you might get a mild case of it, but nobody that's had these vaccines has gotten sick enough to have to go to the hospital or died from them. And that to me is the most important thing. So I literally took a shot and went ahead and got it. Yeah. So if I'm dead tomorrow, you guys will know exactly what happened to me.
That's
been
nice.
nice knowing you, Mitch.
Yeah, it's been great. Listen,
Flying
I
with you.
called my daughter after I got the shot. I said, if you don't hear from me by this afternoon, come looking, will you?
It's comforting to her.
My son got the Janssen vaccine.
Do you have any sudden urges to throw baby powder on yourself? No.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, listen, Brian, wherever you are, I know you're hiding out there somewhere. Thanks for having me.
Where is he?
He's had to make room for the rest of us, Ham. And
I know
good to
it's
see all-
either
Get rid of me, Brian. Say
nobody or get a
goodbye to
full
you.
house plus.
What's that?
It's either you get nobody in the chat or you get more than he can handle. You got to get the pro version.
It's true. I got the pro version. I actually had
Right.
8 people in at one time, and it
Yeah.
got so confusing, and everybody that there was no way to handle it. It got stupid, and I'm getting dizzy watching the musical windows. So I'm going to go out and light up a cigar and watch you guys. So be careful what you say, because I
Okay.
am watching. Okay.
Okay.
See you
Hi,
guys.
Mitch.
Take care, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
My son got the Janssen vaccine in Beirut. He's serving with NATO over there. And 80% of the people that got the vaccine had severe side effects. He had delirium and hallucinations for 24 hours. And,
Yikes.
yeah, they had to pack the guys away and keep them safe for a day. He said it was the best high he's had since he's been in Beirut.
Well, I take some little round things and I get a lot of hallucination, but they're not legal.
Hey, Bud.
Yes.
Can you lower your mic just a little bit? Or
How about, I don't know.
I don't
This
know.
is something my wife bought me for Christmas.
Well, it works well. I hear you.
too well?
I mean, I have you down to volume number 3 here on my computer.
All right, hang on. Let me.
No offense.
No,
I want to hear you, but I don't want to hear a lot of you.
This is my second time being here, so I don't know.
Hey,
All right,
Ron.
I'll tweak. I'll be quiet.
Hey, Ron.
I don't want you to be quiet.
This is what I meant about when we had something to talk about.
No, I don't like it.
Heard you pulled the
I
trigger.
don't like the software.
That's what I was going to. It's not the software. It's my biggest thing with it is the storage. It chews up your. I mean, if you're going to download stuff to your phone, which I've learned, okay, don't do that because you're gonna use up everything on your phone. I did it last night. So, but other than that, there is definitely a learning curve on this thing, man.
What'd
I see what you mean when you
What is
mention
it, Brian? What is it?
This is a Insta 360 1x2.
Oh, 360
It's a-
camera.
It's
A lot of data, huh?
yeah.
A good amount of that video that I put out for Florida, I'd say majority of it was on the X2.
I'm going to
So-
jump off. I wasn't intending to come on in the first place. But, we'll catch y'all later. If I see it,
All right, sound test. How's that? Better?
Beautiful.
okay.
Good to see you, Gary.
See y'all.
Take care,
Take care,
Gary.
Gary.
Take care.
Right.
Good night.
Take care.
Nice talking to you, Gary.
Good talking to you too.
Hey, Carlos, is it windy down there?
Yes,
today?
it is.
Yeah, it's crazy here.
It's really windy.
Thanks for coming in, Gary, by the
But
way.
it was 81 degrees. How about by you?
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
71.
71. Yeah, that's about
Yeah.
right.
Not bad.
Holy mackerels.
It was nice.
Yeah, we had 75 yesterday.
I think it's 31 here, so you can all bite me.
Oh, Ron. So, how do you put it? I was all this time. I know, and I've been talking to seeing you, but I wasn't subscribed. And I saw that video, then I subscribed, but then I checked out some of your other videos. Now the videos where you're driving the 4-wheeler in the snow, that's in your neck of the woods, all
Mhm.
that area.
Yeah.
Nice.
As I said, dude, you got to come out.
I think I'm telling you, I might just look you up on that.
No, we had the world's worst winter since '79 here, so never mind.
Where did you say you were?
Wow.
Or did he?
Just outside Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah. Geez, 79. That was a crazy winter here, too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Do I have 2 minutes to tell a story?
Once upon a time.
Okay.
Timer.
Super Bowl Sunday, 1979. We have a family farm. I lived a half mile off what we called the hard road. My dad, a buddy of mine, and myself, we spent 8 hours digging the lane out so I could get my Ford F-150 down to where I lived. Because otherwise I had to snowmobile in and out because of all the snow. So that night, after Super Bowl Sunday, we got another 15 inches of snow. I ended up moving into my parents' house because it was crazy. I couldn't handle it.
You still have time remaining.
Yes.
Is that the end of the story?
Well, I moved in with my mom and started watching General Hospital, which she got me hooked on.
79 was a great year for
That
General.
was a great episode.
Yeah, that was.
The Luke and Laura thing was going on. Yeah.
Oh my God. General Hospital guys, come on.
What was
Which
so
is the one
sad?
with
I was in the service, and I could give a crap about that show. It came on though right at we had an hour and a half for lunch. These guys would stampede out of the mess hall to get to the TV to watch this thing.
Oh, so you were another world guy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I actually preferred Secret Storm.
which is the one that
I remember that one.
famous Erica was in. Erica? I don't know. That's the name of
That
it.
wasn't that
Mm.
One Life now? I don't know.
One
Life
Life
to Live.
Yeah, One Life to Live.
Stands to
No
the
idea.
hour.
One of the funniest things.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin came out from Minnesota, and my sister got tickets. This is years ago when you could go in for the live taping of the shows, and it was one of the soap operas that she loved. So they're sitting in the audience stands there, and they're watching, and all of a sudden, this guy who's whatever his name is like the evil guy within the whole entire group, and how he's just really going after all these women, going from girl to girl. My cousin sat there and watched this, and then all of a sudden he's sweet talking offset. He goes, "What is this?" She, honest to God, thought that this was live. She went down the stairs after going, "What the hell are you doing, Taco?" And she starts yelling at this actor. My sister just kind of goes, walked away and left her.
God. Hey, Ron, that was a nice video you did.
Oh,
that
thank
you
you.
had up today. Good synopsis of Florida, plus the last shot there of the sign going up.
Guys,
for,
I was
Rick.
so
Nice.
upset by that. I'm not sure what happened. Granted, it was hard trying to gather everybody. And anyhow, when it finally happened, I'm out there, I'm on the smart controller. The sun is really in my eyes. I mean, it was really strong. The wind was blowing like crazy.
Really windy.
You know, everybody had gotten a hold of that sign, and that was the idea we had. Everybody grabbed a hold of it because the wind was blowing so hard, we were afraid it was going to rip. So I'm kind of hurrying, and I don't know if I didn't do tap to focus or what exactly happened, but the weird thing is when I went to look at the footage, I did 3 separate videos. They're all, anything from 15 to 30 seconds. All 3 were out of focus. And then I went to relook at them all again. One of them disappeared.
Wow.
And was looking at them in Florida. When I got home Wednesday, all of them are gone. I'm like, oh, God, what happened? So I ended up going in the smart controller, and I grabbed one of the cache ones that still looked like crap, and I did my best to try and sharpen it up and whatever. But of all the clips I wanted to turn out, that was the one I wanted to turn out, and it didn't.
Right.
So I don't know what I did wrong.
We all knew what was there, though. We got the idea.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was. I did notice it was out of focus, but the message was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that the files off the SD cards just vanished?
They disappeared.
Don't tell me that, man.
Should have.
Was that a Mavic 2 Pro?
Yeah, I've never had that happen before.
I've been having focus troubles or some kind of troubles, and I use the smart controller as well with my Mavic 2 Pro, 2 separate drones and 2 separate cards. Recording video that was all muddled up, you know what I mean? Like, not even like tap to focus, almost like you had petroleum jelly over the lens or something.
Yeah.
And in another flight, it's crisp and clear, and it's all 4K. And I don't know if I'm just not focusing or what, you know.
I think Brian tried to say it. You got to tap the screen on what you want to focus on.
Right.
It should autofocus on that.
Yeah,
Well,
I have that auto focus selected on there. I guess lesson learned.
you have to get it in the air, because when it's down on the ground, it's focusing on something very close to it, like the ground or maybe something very close. Once it's in the air, like 6 feet, then it can see further. Tap that screen, and it'll look further out.
But even then, it's negligible when you go like 12 more feet away. But sometimes it's like, Jesus, something wrong with the card? Is it not recording at the right bit rate? What's wrong here?
That's I just never had files disappear like that, and those 3 files were the only ones.
Wow, that's weird.
So
I've lost memory, but I've never lost files.
yeah.
Hello. Hey, Brian, can you play a video from YouTube?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Well, we had back behind me. There's an old bean silo for soybeans, and we tore down the elevator today. And I put a 2-minute video up that turned out pretty good. We had a big crane and a lift truck, and I don't know if you can find it. It turned out pretty cool. I was surprised.
Can you put a link in the chat for him to find it?
I've got them.
I don't know if you guys are farmers, but I raise corn and soybeans. So,
Is this the first one or the last one you put up, Bud?
yeah, what's the title?
Bean elevator removal?
Yeah.
I like what you were saying earlier, Brian, about photos versus video. Video is great and it's terrific and moving and all. But photos in of themselves, I mean, people forget that you can take great photos with your drones.
Yes, you can.
And that's what I've been doing a lot of lately.
The panel, I love the panel feature.
Yeah, it's nice too. But I mean, you get good raw photos right from the thing.
Carlos, that's something else I screwed up too. I wish I would have done is taken my time and snapped a couple photos of that so I could send to each one of you.
Yeah, 'cause
I was there. I have a very, very clear memory. So,
All right, Brian, you can cut it off. Just wanted to show you what was behind me in my neighborhood.
Man, those are huge.
See, now I would look at that, Bud, and I'm going to have that drone up there listening for a train to go by.
Well, he came by like an hour earlier.
There you go. Because that's what makes those kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is where they're all going to run because it's starting to slide. But yeah, we better move. But we got it down. Nobody got killed. No power lines fell. Nothing.
That's the main thing, I guess.
Yeah.
that's a plus. Didn't lay it across the railroad track.
Well, that would have been cool with a train going by and bam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
News at 11.
I'll work on that.
Hey, Brian, I can talk to you at a later time. I was actually hoping to pick Sean Oz's ear a little bit, but things are kind of crazy, and I couldn't think of the amount of questions that I wanted to ask him because he was there to meet, and he's getting to be pretty savvy with the 360 X2.
That's what I'm saying. He's had a bunch of them since the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start going through some of his videos.
I'm finding that there's some things I'm still not 100% understanding when I go into save the files. But one of the things it seems to want to default to 1080p, so you can change that and save them in 4K. But here's what I ran into, and I have Final Cut Pro that I do my editing in, and like I said, good majority of the video was from that camera. I've never had this before, but I set it up in 4K 60 at 4K 60, for the rendering. Holy crap! I rendered the video. I went to look at the file size. It was 25 gig. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, God.
Holy cow!
So what I ended up doing, I was like, well, I can't change that. So I finished the video, and what I did was I actually started a whole new project in Final Cut, brought that 4K 60 completed video back into Final Cut, but I had the setup settings to be 4K 30, and it cut it down to 12 gig. So, because I tried to upload the 4K 60 at 25, it was going to take like 2 days to go upload to YouTube. So
the other thing too is, these, like I said, these files are huge, and I don't know what I've got a Samsung S9, and it's got 64 gigs, and I've got a 256 card in there. That device does not have a clear path for me to take these ridiculously large video files from the phone and put them over on the card. If that would solve most of my problems right there. But that's on Samsung. That's not the Insta. So what's bugging me is I gotta deal with this as is until I figure out a workaround.
Yeah.
And
Carlos,
kind of-
was that?
You can transfer over from the internal drive to the card. You can.
some files you can, because these files that the Insta camera is producing, except for the MP4 files, it won't even recognize them. It won't transfer them. It won't do anything.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
no.
It does not recognize files. Won't do anything.
Now, what is that on, Brian?
That's on the Insta, on all those files. Whenever you make a video, I'm noticing there's 3 or 4 other files that are associated with it that I guess have to do with making the effects that go with that file.
Right.
So you have to be able to take all that stuff and shift it over. And there's no way to do it on a Samsung. And I just found out this afternoon you can't do it on a computer either. Because the computer doesn't
There's
know
no
how to work
file
those.
transfer. You can take a cable from the phone to the computer.
What I was
I can
doing,
do
Brian, with I was taking the SD card out on my Mac, and I got the desktop app, and I just double click on the files and it opens it up.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that.
Okay.
I can, and in fact, I had it up earlier. Let me go ahead and bring it up again. Oh, that's not it. I must have closed it. But I was showing everybody those files, all the different file types, just for one video.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. But like I said, the Samsung itself is not set up to recognize a lot of those files. It'll see the MP4. It won't even see the JPEGs, because the JPEGs are in a BMP file.
Oh.
And so even to move a picture, it won't recognize it.
So
Now,
it's not
I'm sure
even
there's-
showing up in the. It's not even showing up in the file manager.
It'll show up in the file manager. You click on it, it says does not recognize this file. So here's what I'm going to do. There is an app, I'm sure, somewhere to work with these files, especially the BMP ones.
Time out. What?
Yeah.
You're talking the X2?
Yeah.
I have absolutely no problem. I get a 2 videos and an LRV, whatever the heck that is.
That's one of the files I'm talking about, LRV file, and it's essential to be able to move that LRV file with the MP4, or you're going to lose the ability to edit that video the way it was made to be edited with all the effects.
Now, are you doing it on the phone or are you doing it on a computer?
The only way you can do it is on the phone. You can't do it on a computer, as far as I know.
You can. I just did one yesterday as an experiment. I drove down Main Street and back, and I tried to do the, I don't know, whatever thing, and my iPad didn't like it, but I could create what I was trying to do on my PC. I know that makes no sense.
But that's okay, because if it's possible to be done, I'll figure out eventually how to do it. Like, keep in mind, I've only been playing with this now for 2 days. Give me
Well,
2 weeks.
I'll be
Yeah, it's
I'll
probably
be
a learning
honest.
curve.
They have a beautiful camera, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
software sucks.
Well, any
They
software
claim
sucks.
you can do this, this, and this, but you got to have tremendous, computer power, I guess, to get it done.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the rig to do it, so I'm not worried about that. It's just a matter of, the main thing is just because I'm the kind of person I like. If the stuff is on my phone, I want to keep it on my phone for a while. So,
I have a 6S. I have no room.
Brian, what about the Insta 360 Studio that is designed by them? Won't that do it on your computer? Because it's for Windows, Mac, or LUT.
and
No.
that's why I have this live stream.
Yeah. So, Bud, I have a question for you. Do you
Yeah.
have an iPad?
I have like 5 of them.
Okay. Do you use that to bring files from that camera onto the iPad? And if so, how do you do it?
Wi-Fi, talking to the camera takes, depending on how long the video is. I just did a 4-minute drive up and down where I live, and it took probably 15 minutes to download to the iPad. And then I tried to do one of the, what do they call it, stories, I think it is, in the 360 app. and it laughed at me. So I'm thoroughly upset. I mean, it doesn't work the way they advertise it.
Right. The problem I'm having, and Brian, I don't know if you've seen this yet. I said I took my iPad with me on the road, and I'd bring files in, and then I'd save them to my photos folder on the iPad. When you open up the app, it asks, you pretty much have the choice. What picture do you want to open up directly from the camera or from an album? And I click on the album. I can't get anything to open up or even work.
Did you move them?
No.
Right. If you create an album, it doesn't move the photo. It just creates
All right.
another link to the photo.
Let's go back to the beginning. You shot pictures or video?
Video.
Ah.
Okay. Did you download it from the camera to you have a Apple device or an Android device?
An Apple device.
Okay. Did you download it to that?
Correct.
Okay. Did you then try to download it from their app into your photos?
No, when I opened up, when I brought the picture in from the camera, I didn't really do anything with it. I just wanted the file on the iPad to take time and work on it later. So I hit, download, save the album, and I go into my photos folder. It's there.
Okay.
But if I don't have the camera turned on, the software does not allow me to find a photo anywhere.
Ooh, that's weird.
So that's what I'm running into.
Well, I'm going to just say their software sucks.
Okay.
I mean, it's a beautiful camera. You can do some great stuff with it, but getting to where you want with it, no, software, no good.
Yeah.
Well, I like what Steve just. I went ahead and downloaded that, Steve, by the way, because I'm going to give that a shot.
Well, you downloaded the VLC player. You needed to
I
download
did that second. I saw the studio thing. It's downloading right now. That's a big file too.
VLC player is the only
Yeah,
player I run on my computer, period.
That VLC player, so it can recognize some of these video
Yes.
codecs. That
It recognizes
my
surveillance
not recognized.
videos that I pull off the DVR for the surveillance system to where none of the other playing software will play it. VLC, and you can do it. You can go frame by frame by frame if you want to even.
Oh, VLC is great.
Yeah. Carlos, that
Need a cocktail.
that one part of my video, I'm pretty certain it was you that was buzzing around me.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
I had the
showed
360, and that's what I try to do. I try to go almost like a couple frames at a time, reframe the video so I could keep the camera's eye on as you were going around me and buzzing around me.
Yeah.
It turned out pretty good.
I got one of you flipping the bird.
Oh, do you? Did I actually do that?
Even you.
Yeah, but Carlos, you don't have to. You just go like this.
It wasn't a peace sign, but yeah.
No. Reverse peace sign in Britain is giving you the double middle finger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my wife found out the hard way when she met her future son-in-law to be. She's in there the first time she met him. She goes, yeah, there was two of them. There was two of them like this. And the look on his face was just like, what did I do? And then about 2 minutes later, he explained to her what it meant. You want to see somebody go from white to bright red in a blink of an eye.
It's the old joke. You know what this is? It's one of these, but it ain't grown up yet. And then, you know what this is? It's a whole bunch of these.
Yeah.
It seems to me, though, if you go like this to an FPV guy, you're saying, come on, I dare you. Fly it right through there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anybody bought the new DJI FVP?
Not here. Not me, rather.
Anybody
owned it.
interested? I'm not.
A guy in Iceland got some excellent photos, but it not much good for the drone.
That was
Oh,
that
that's the
was
guy
some
that's flying over that
amazing
volcano?
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who went in the water, is that what you're talking about?
No.
Oh,
Guy
he
flying
flew
in
over the
Iceland,
volcano and the stuff's
volcano.
flying right over him.
Volcano. He flew it and flew the lava stream right up,
Oh,
and
yeah, I
when
saw that.
it blew up in the air right as it went through it.
Really?
And then I forget who it was posted a photo because I asked a question, and I go, "Well, I wonder if volcano eruptions are covered under DJI's Care Refresh program."
Yeah, really.
Act of God.
Yeah, how'd you lose it? It's in a volcano.
Is that the one in Iceland?
Yeah.
This is a video featuring Ron.
Oh no.
This is the same. Now this is a different one.
Different video, same place.
Yeah,
There's
because
Edward.
it's
Yong.
funny there.
I was fighting the wind. Wow, look at that.
Oh,
I'd be fighting anything.
this is why I'm never going to try this.
It was so much fun. Man, there was once or twice where I came really close to Ron.
All right. This is you, Carlos?
Yes, sir.
But you were, so your goggles, did you get different lenses or can you see with your glasses on?
I can leave my glasses on and have the goggles.
And you still see good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I
Dan drone worship.
65, I got bad eyes. I'm just worried that I can't see.
FXT goggles.
There's Mitch.
Say that again?
FX Viper. Look at him. Viper FXT
Get away
goggles.
from you,
Okay.
bastard.
Nyong. I think
I'd love to try it.
I'm
but
about
I
to hit him.
can't.
Bam. That's it. Little love tap.
Ron's going to hit it with his 360. Yeah, that would have looked good.
Mm.
You can see it shaking a little bit from the wind.
Now, how
lived
big is that drone, Carlos?
I'm sorry, say again?
How big is that drone?
Fits in the palm of my hand.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one,
Little tiny thing.
Carlos, I think. Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, it's amazing the shots you guys get.
Oh,
Yeah.
he almost walked into that one.
Hey,
Brian-
Carlos, what does the battery show? It shows low the whole time.
Yeah, I take it to 3 point. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
I got to see that again. That was so much
that
fun.
was a haircut right there.
Almost a mug shot.
A good thing it
Look how
doesn't
close
have a
I got.
beard.
Yeah, really?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
calculated risk.
Boys and their toys.
Try to get Mitch a few times.
Looked like you slapped Brad.
I think I just teabagged his hat.
Knock the
Knocked the
ashes
antenna
off.
right off of him.
How many
Brian,
were flying?
I let Dan put my 360 on his FPV drone.
I think this is where Ron shows me the way to heaven. Let's see. It's coming up. Edward?
How many of you were flying? Looks like 3 or 4.
Yeah, anywhere from 3 to 4 at a time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, you went under the bench? Holy shit.
Watch him, watch him.
Yep. You are.
Busted. Remember that nice guy you thought Ron was? There you go.
There it is.
I remember doing that, but
Good.
cameras
I think
don't
I
lie.
Oh!
That was on purpose, but it was a love tap, that's all.
There's a love tap. Yeah, okay.
I was waiting for Ron to knock that thing out of the air with his selfie stick.
Looked like he was ready to bat it. But it's just so much fun. I don't know, goofing off with the guy, just flying around people. And you know they're not really going to get hurt even if you hit them. Wow, look at that.
That's live action.
Yeah.
That's 24 hours a day. That thing is streaming.
yeah. I'm fascinated. I met when they zoom in on it, where you can see the lava flying up in the air out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, so it makes us feel so small. It's a geological time,
Yep.
and I don't know how long that thing's been going on. Obviously, for thousands of years over time, but
Well, no, they said it was last time it erupted was 800 years ago.
800 years ago.
Yeah. But
And how
again,
long
you're
has it
right.
been
It's
doing
been going on forever.
How do they
I
figure
said-
these things out? The 800 part?
Well, they go to school and they pay for a degree and they make stuff up.
That one, I believe. That's a great answer.
I'm going to go 24/7 3 days ago. But what do I know?
Yeah.
Look, 800 years ago is a drop in the bucket in the Bible.
Oh,
Methuselah or Lazarus is still hanging around. They're getting the scoop on this stuff. You know, nobody will believe me, but whatever.
I'm with you.
And the Earth is flat.
No.
No, it is.
You just have to step over parts of it.
No, the Earth is flat. My cat knocks everything off of it.
Hey, by the way, you can see the ridge up here, and look at these lights. This is a town nearby.
Yeah.
I'd be moving.
Yeah. I'd take my marshmallows and go home or go somewhere else.
That is not a town nearby. It is way away from a town. But what that is those are people out there watching it.
So scientists and hikers, whatever.
Yeah.
Methuselah.
I'm very comfortable on a bar stool. I don't need to be by a volcano.
I never understood that, where these towns, I don't know, I guess the Midwest, they get hit by storms and tornadoes and this and that. Their whole town is devastated, and you always hear them, we're going to rebuild. Sure. It's like, I think I'd leave, maybe. You know?
We had a tornado come through our town, took out a huge tree, took out part of my house. We had a flood about a year ago. But yeah, hey,
that's earlier. That's earlier in the day.
Is this ash falling or snow?
Ash.
Snow.
Oh,
that is snow. Okay.
It's amazing. Like, what is it? Like 12,000 degrees, the magma?
I mean, imagine melting rock.
About 3,000.
Melting
3,000.
Wow.
I know I overcook my steak on occasion, but that would really cook it.
There were supposedly some scientists that were out there, and they actually got some sticks out and they were roasting hot dogs over there, and it was like, boom, out of there.
And set your marshmallow on fire.
Well, you got when you're going to do a marshmallow, you got to get a little,
little crisp
on it.
We used to do those on the stove. I guess that's city marshmallows.
That's New York.
City marshmallow. That's good.
Mom, what do toasted marshmallows taste like? Okay, come on in the kitchen. Been there, done that.
yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Brian, one of the things I like about the new iPad is that you can hook up an external drive, and I totally forgot that I had a 2 terabyte portable hard drive that I brought with me on the trip just in case. That works real.
The iPad Pro.
Yeah, the brand new, the 2020.
Right.
That has been the main thing that has kept me from going into iOS that deeply. Is you cannot add storage.
You can now. Yep.
Oh, wait. Go back. So is this a plug-in device?
Yeah, the new, it's no longer Lightning. It's USB-C.
Right.
And so just simple USB-C. And,
no kidding. Wow.
And right to I have a 2 terabyte portable hard drive.
Hey, Ron, has that got a USB-C on it? Because I heard they were switching to that.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. USB-C.
I might
finally.
Yeah, even the 2018 one had USB-C.
Yeah.
For the iPad Pro, and I've got the 2 terabyte hard drive too. I've yet to plug it in and dump a bunch of my stuff off there to clean off the iPad.
You have the new one, Mike?
Kind of plug and play, right?
Yeah. Do you have the new one, Mike?
Yeah, I got the 2018 and 2020.
Okay.
And they both work with the external drives.
Mm-hmm.
So you charge it with USB-C?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so then that would work with the SkyDroids now, because the SkyDroid, that was not that matters, but that was an issue. I think it was Michael Blade or somebody said they couldn't get it to connect. But
It was funny.
Sky what?
there's this little device that we use to do live flies. So I can fly, let's say, outside or home in my home. I hook up a SkyDroid to my computer, and it turns it into like another virtual camera.
Oh, okay.
So when I fly, you can see what's going on.
Wait a minute. I thought you hooked that up to the phone, Carlos. No?
Laptop. You can hook it up to your phone for yourself, but not to stream live.
Okay.
Doesn't work.
What
doesn't
kind,
work
what kind of range you get?
Man, football field
Okay, that's cool.
in that ballpark, sometimes further.
Yeah, I love that I go Facebook Live on whatever app I use, and they're all like, "How are you doing that?" Like I'm flying a drone.
Hey Ron, how much memory did you end up getting? What memory did you get?
I wish I kind of went bigger, but I only went with the
512?
the 256.
Oh, 256.
Should have went with the 512 was another 100 and some. But I'll tell you, they rape you like a virgin on prom night. iOS or Apple does.
The same way in the iPhone, and because like on this is an older 8 Plus, but I've got 256 gig on it.
Right.
Way more than enough for what I use it for.
And I apologize, Brian, if my audio is not good. I forgot my new earplugs. The new iPad does not have your standard. Was it the 3.5 millimeter jack?
Yeah.
You have to buy earplugs. That has the USB-C, which
My
plugs
biggest
into your.
fan has always been Bluetooth.
Pardon me.
I've gotten where I like Bluetooth for earbuds.
I actually bought a Bluetooth. It was a couple Sundays ago, and it worked like crap. Yeah, Steve knows.
I was testing it with them, going. It was like.
Can you hear me now?
Pause in the script.
Can you hear me now?
Way beyond that.
Yeah, I've got the Apple AirPods Pro. I hate them.
Really?
I hate those things in my ears. Those.
Now, how does it work, though, Mike? How well does it work?
They work and they automatically connect and all that stuff. And for having a phone conversation and all that, I think they're great. But musically, I think the sound is horrible.
Really?
In your headphones, But and Ron, on the using the external drive, do you use the Files app to organize all that stuff? Okay.
Well, as soon as you plug it in, it shows up as another drive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen a couple of videos on it. I'm starting to organize the stuff in order to get ready to send it over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I tried to organize and that didn't work well.
Yeah.
Ron, what time zone are you in?
Mountain.
Okay.
Central.
Pacific.
You're
Eastern.
Central, right, Brian? All right,
We got
Brian.
them all covered.
I'm in New Delhi. It is 12:31 a.m.
Who?
What?
Who's 1:30 a.m.?
It's 12:30 a.m. here in New Delhi.
Uh-huh.
You forgot one
Have y'all-
part. Brian, you
seriously.
forgot the most important part.
Have y'all ever
You gotta do
Have
the
y'all
headline.
ever looked at the time in India? They're on the everybody else is on the hour. No, they're on the half hour.
Half hour.
Really?
Go look.
Steve's in India?
Half hour time zones because it's so big.
Indiana.
No, India.
I
India.
know. All right, I'm getting a good buzz on here, by the way, boys and girls.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I just can't believe Brian keeps inviting me.
Well,
We accept all types, all kinds,
Yeah.
even me.
I tried to get Drone Girl on here, but I got Bud instead.
Well, if she calls, I'll kick out.
I appreciate that, man.
You guys see?
Okay, Brian, how'd you get this shit started, and how'd you get us all?
Email.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Then you answered your own question.
No, I think the question is, how did he start this whole channel?
Yeah,
live
how did you
stream
start
to
this?
begin with?
You mean a live stream, or like from the day I was born, or where are we going? How far back are we going?
All right,
He wants to know,
let's
what was
start
the
from
idea?
beginning. Where were you born, and when did you decide to do a live stream?
See, I was born in Brooklyn 60 years ago.
And you live in Houston.
About 2 p.m. yesterday, I thought I'd do this live stream. So there's that gap.
I was born a poor black child.
Oh God, what movie is that?
I was born a poor black child.
God, what movie is that?
The Jerk.
The jerk. I think it
Yes.
is. Yeah.
That was. He didn't do really many funny movies, but that was just lay down classic.
Classic.
I like the
Yeah, and let's
Pink
play
Panther.
it today and see what happens.
Pink Panther was good.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember the Pink Panther.
I'm in the phone book. I'm famous.
Do you remember the girl? I think it was that movie. The girl goes,
When it
"Show
comes
me
to
your nuts." He
Pink
goes,
Panther, I like all the old ones. Peter Sellers was awesome.
Now my favorite movie is Airplane. What Victor?
"Oh, do you
Do we
remember?"
have Clarence? A
Do you remember-
hospital? What is it? It's a big building with patients.
Shirley.
Do you remember the part? I speak jive.
Yes.
Who
Oh my
was that?
God.
I'm trying to remember that actress too. She was really famous. That older actress that said that line.
It was Bieber.
Yes.
Little
Yeah, it
Bieber's mom.
She was. Yeah, thank you. Beaver's mom.
Well,
Her.
let's rephrase
Bieber's
that.
mom.
Leave it to Bieber's mom.
Mrs. Cleaver.
Mrs.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Somebody
Bieber's
Google this
Bieber.
for God's sakes.
Well, and he's making a phone call. What the hell?
Speaking of airplane stuff, you ever see that either one of them,
It's
the
me.
Twilight Zone movie or the actual episode where William Shatner, where there was like a demon out on the wing of the plane messing
That was
with the engine?
Twilight
That
Zone.
was
Oh,
cool.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even though it was William Shatner in the actual episode,
No, you want to take
Yeah.
it straight into the
John Lithgow in the,
American account.
All right. What's up with Steve making a phone call while he's live?
He's probably.
Hi, Mom. How you doing?
It's a contract.
That was the very first. The thing about the Twilight Zone. That was the very first time I ever mentioned Gremlins.
Yes.
yeah. That's
And
it.
then Steven Spielberg took that pretty far.
Yeah.
Do you guys still go out of your way to watch Archie Bunker while it's still around?
Oh God,
All in the
yes.
family?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Love
In
it.
Archie Bunker's place?
Yep.
Only for the reason of going, that would never fly today. I just, whatever line would come along, if they couldn't get away with that today.
No.
Not only Archie Bunker, but what was the dry cleaner guy?
Jefferson's. Yeah.
No,
the
Jefferson's.
Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
That was a funny show. I always
Those
thought.
shows were hysterical.
They were all funny.
Listen,
You know,
I'm Puerto
all of a
Rican, and
sudden-
I'm Puerto Rican for whatever that's worth. Born here in America, but me and my father used to watch that all the time, and we would laugh. He would laugh.
Oh,
It wasn't
well,
Oh, so
Freddie-
Carlos, you must have liked Chico and the Man then, huh?
yeah.
Mm.
like, yeah, it was all right. You know that guy committed suicide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Knucklehead?
Sadly.
Brother
That
Casey.
one wasn't as funny. Archie Bunker was funny. I don't know.
Archie Bunker was hysterical.
He was the best.
And
I still
So
watch it.
was George Jefferson, and so was Fred Sanford. All those shows back in the day, and I think we had more honest race relation conversation back in those days. Now you got to watch every word you say, and they use the N word right on those shows.
You can't say that.
Oh,
You can't
I
say
don't
anything
think
to
they used
anyone.
the N word, but they were
They
close.
did once or twice.
You're back, Steve. Sorry.
But Mike, you are absolutely correct. I work at a golf course, and we have a couple groups of black guys. And we have problems. You know, sometimes they slip a white guy in, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not playing with
They
that."
call him a white guy.
And I'm like, they're golfers. It just pisses me off.
We got a black guy at my golf
Wait,
course, too.
Mike. We got a black guy.
He's holding a lantern out front.
You know, there was a black young child. There was a black young child by the name of Tiger Woods that'll take all the rest of them and tell them exactly where to go.
Oh shit! It sucks. You know, you look at a guy. Does he have 2 arms, 2 legs, a nose, 2 eyes, 2 ears? But if you're dressed ugly, you know what? You're a golfer. I don't care what the color of your skin is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I thought we were all beyond all this stuff too, but sadly, we, for whatever reason, politics is just taking a turn for the worse. And
yes,
it's social media. You want one of the best things you can watch. It's on Netflix. Watch this documentary, Social Media, that's out there.
yes.
I've seen that.
You want to watch this? This was all pre-planned. They knew exactly what they're doing, and this is nothing more than an instrument plan moving forward that they have, and they're using nothing but a loaded gun and just going after it full bore.
I'm just glad I'm old. Won't be around.
Control the masses.
2 years ago, Steve, I'd have said you were crazy, but I believe you because I believe anything now. We're in the surreal territory nowadays.
If you haven't watched it, Mike, watch it. It's phenomenal. I mean, it will. Your eyes will go from this to this big, each one. I mean, they knew it.
Have you guys seen Uncle Tom yet?
These are people that they interviewed in this documentary that work for Facebook, that work for Twitter, that work for all these social media companies, and that have since left. And they knew what they were doing. They knew that it was going to cause a problem.
Have you heard of the movie Uncle Tom?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see that. That's supposed to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't it that Larry Elder did
Right.
that
Yeah.
movie?
He put it up.
Yeah.
There are people that aren't, totally fooled out there. But they cater to the fooled to keep them in control. Echo.
Drone video. We're doing drone video.
All right.
Oh, you want a good go? There we go.
Who's doing this?
This is a girl that's traveling on her sailboat now. She's traveled for like last year, traveling all around the world, and now she's on a sailboat.
Yeah, I came across this today for the first time.
Yeah, sure you did.
No, I did.
Who
I
supports
I gave her a nice comment on her channel and everything. I said, oh, something about dogs and, drones too.
Ooh, that's a little speeded up.
Who's supporting her sailing habit? I need
I'll
to
put a
show
link
you
up here in a
People
minute.
that are on that support her channel.
That's what I'd like to
that's
know.
a YouTube channel. Nice.
Mm-mm.
That's a beautiful
Who
We haven't
is
gotten
this
to the
we're
nice part.
watching?
What the hell?
Who is this?
Called
God, I hate
Taylor's Travels.
Buddy Boating.
Now, what I don't understand is she's from Ontario, Canada, and it must be cold there because that's not what I wanted to see. See, I haven't seen her.
They're used to it.
No, we're talking bikini.
She's traveling. She's traveling down. She's going south, headed for Florida.
Ryan, are you looking for
That's what I'm
bikini
thinking.
shots? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I thought no, it's cold weather here. This thing
Yeah,
gonna
it's
get.
gotta be.
You want to look at her past last year's season where she's all over the tropics.
Obviously, this is January 28, 2021. No wonder.
Yeah.
What body of water was that?
All right,
He's
who's
just looking
beeping?
at the body. He's not worried about the water.
No,
Inland coastal waterways.
Wow.
Bob Casey
Who's
put a
ringing?
suggestion there for you, Mr.
It was me.
Brian.
Yeah, you can't play that, Brian. You're monetized, aren't you?
do I now?
Bob had asked if you could play my video, but you're monetized.
Sure.
It has copyright music in it.
Yeah, you killed me the last time when they took
anyway.
they took down my chat for some reason when last time you were here. Oh, back to that issue.
Uh-oh.
I put up a brand new video. Some of y'all may have seen it the other day. And all my music comes from Soundstripe. Within seconds, I had a claim against it.
Oh,
Wow.
There is a company called Hawk Productions that's all they do. They go around looking for stuff that is, you sign up for it as a YouTuber and you get people, or what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep from being copied. So they look for you. They told me the last song on that video, it was by the Carnival. The melody sounded close to one of somebody of theirs. I immediately fought it. I mean, I don't even know how far I could take it because I'm not monetized, so I don't really care.
Oh,
Same time, I'm paying for my music. It shouldn't be dinged like that.
Right.
yeah. I know almost all my music is copyright claimed. And I get that email from YouTube that said, this is a copyright claim. This will not count against your YouTube channel, but any proceeds will go to the songwriter.
That's why I saw ads on your video, because I know you're not monetized, and I saw one ad, I think, on one of your videos.
Right.
How do you get monetized?
No, you don't get monetized. What happens is they'll put an ad if you use somebody else's music. Sometimes they'll throw a card on the top right.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's funny, Carla, because I've never seen an ad on any of mine. So I'm wondering if
if I remember again, I'll text you which one it was.
Come out. Ron, how many subscribers do you have?
I only have like 450.
All right. Well, then that's bullshit.
Right.
That's what we were trying to
YouTube makes
talk
their
about.
own rules, man. You know,
I've had many copyright strikes, but it's from different websites that aren't YouTube that say, hey, you're good to use it. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, copyright.
No, there's a difference between copyright claim and copyright strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only get copyright claims because I'm not monetized.
Right.
And they're like, if you make money on this, you're not going to make it on this one. I'm like, I got 300.
Yeah. So if you can play that, Brian, if you're not monetized.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, it's not, like I said though, Ron, the last time you did that, it's not that it didn't even ding me, but for some reason, that when I went to go back the next day, I didn't see the chats. But just for fun and giggles, I want to try that again. Play it up.
Really?
I get all my music from storyblocks.com, which is it's a bunch of music, and they also have sound effects and then all these video backgrounds as well too. Like, if you want outer space stuff or roller coaster thing or an intro with a movie projector or whatever. It's pretty good, kind of like Epidemic, but different company.
Bud, you take a pill to go out of space, right?
I'm sorry?
It's in his glass.
I do what?
You take that little pill to go out of space. You were talking about earlier?
You've lost me. I've been drinking.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Speaking of, it's kind of empty.
Uh-oh. Refill.
Why is my lighting so bad?
Well, actually, you look pretty good. You sound great. Tell you that much.
seem lit to me.
So the volume's okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know what?
That was called Story Block, you say?
Good one, Mike.
Yeah, story blocks.
You want a story block?
You know who's got some music that it depends on what you want to do, but there's a guy out there called DJM Films UK, Dennis McCallan. He does these movies and stuff, some really cool short horror movies and stuff like that, but he does music, and all of it's free that he puts out there to use. There's no copyright. He just you just give him the credit and it's free to use. It's all original music that he's written, and that's somebody to look for too if you want some different soundtracks and music.
Yeah.
Ron?
Yeah.
It's funny. I'll sometimes spend more time trying to find great music for something than I will
I can't
the whole editing.
I can't share screen from my iPad.
Oh. Oh, wait a minute then. Let me go to your channel.
Wait, what?
I can't share screen from the iPad.
All right, see, I'm with Mike. He's drinking too.
Cheers.
Cheers. I got to get another one.
Cheers.
And I got to close early voting. This sucks.
Hey, by the way, I was off panel when we had like 10 people in here earlier.
Were
I was
there?
talking about getting your shot.
Mm.
I went to go get my first shot on Wednesday. I said, no, there was no signage on the freeway, none. I said, this cannot be for the shot. So I knew a back road, a back way to get where I had to go. And I got there and that took forever. Next thing I know, this army guy is saying, back up to the feeder. And I looked at him and said,
Back up to the what?
to the feeder road.
Oh.
And I just looked at it and said, no, that would have been a 4-hour wait. It was lunchtime. I already had to pee.
I got mine Sunday. I had a 12:15 Sunday afternoon. Got there at, I don't know, 10 till noon. They're like, don't go in till blah, blah. I was out by 12:15. I mean, I was in and out in 7 minutes. Now,
And see, my wife had hers. She's already had both of hers, and it was a half-hour deal or less. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, is this South Florida meetup thing the one we're talking about?
Yeah.
It's probably all just hit and miss with the shots, you know.
Wait, South Florida?
Make it
Central.
full screen, Brian.
Just for the
Okay.
record, Ron, it's Central Florida.
It's the whole crew.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah. I'd kill somebody.
I like Night Train chasing Dan with the camera.
Yeah.
Well, Mike was
Look
filming
at the
him
little
with
guy.
his
Look how
phone.
low Ron had to stoop to reach Adrian.
Is Adrian that short for real?
He's as
Yes.
big as Ed. Yeah, he's a little guy.
Really?
Yep. He's like Curious George, but a little taller.
I'll tell you, one thing I noticed about you guys down there, besides you guys I've already seen, half the people I've known by name, they look nothing like I pictured in my head.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Like Bob Casey, I had no clue. He
ZZ
would look
Top.
like- yeah,
He's a big dude.
yeah.
Bob's hard to miss.
Great
There's
guy,
some
though.
serious power coming out of that boat.
That was fun chasing him.
I'll bet.
This is in between your bike ride.
Yeah, that was Tony and I were out.
Very cool, Ron.
I actually did that once. I jumped out of a plane. Crazy.
I've been trying to catch this kind of stuff at the beach for years.
Yeah.
Where did you see this, Ron? The parachuting.
Over at the Vero Beach Airport.
Oh, okay.
Tony
And that's
took me
another
there.
thing to the testament of how windy it was there that day. Because if that
Oof, look at that guy.
Oh,
guy can,
yeah.
I saw a picture of you going up to that thing too, Ron.
Yeah, he wasn't happy I was there.
Adrian seemed quiet.
See, I live in Flatland, America. It sucks.
Damn, Ron, you got some really cool footage
He
of
did a
that.
lot of good stuff.
I
Yeah.
hate you.
I like
See,
that
this is
little
the
water
kind of
drop
stuff I like
coming
too.
off here.
I love stuff like. Oh yeah, here we go.
Here it is.
Diver.
God bless him, man, for doing that.
Really? That's the new VFP drone?
Yep.
The VFP.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, same thing. FPV. Yeah, that's you, Carlos.
And
Yeah.
there's Carlos.
Remind me never to fly with you guys.
Everyone seemed to have a great time down there, though.
Oh man, from beginning to end, Mike, I can't tell
yeah,
you.
yeah.
From
I
beginning.
tried to check it out live. As
That's
much
with the
as I could.
360 there, Brian.
Yeah, I can tell.
The colors really come out nice.
Oh, you
That
had
is
nothing
one
to
thing
do
I've
with
noticed about the colors. They're outstanding on that thing.
Yeah.
that? Was that somebody's catch back there?
There's
Don't
a king of controversy.
The king of country.
You weren't supposed to hear that.
So yeah,
Was that a victory? Did you end up getting a victory, Ron?
is that an eel?
Yeah.
Did you guys throw that back in? Like, what do you do with that?
Yeah,
What
we
is
did.
that, a eel?
Oh, okay. Well, bring it to the sushi restaurant. Maybe.
See, now there's the thing, Ron. So I figure I should have this down in 2 weeks. I'll know what I'm doing in a month. Now I got to go out and buy a bike.
Oh, Jesus.
How much are Harleys?
I'm costing you a lot of money,
Well,
Brian.
we'll see you sometime next year then, right, Brian?
Yeah, that's a good shot right there.
That's a hell of, so I'm saying Ron gets some great stuff.
It's all about timing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you didn't do anything to this picture. It's pure 360.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whose idea was that?
That was mine. I think I put the lettering too close together.
Actually, Ron,
That was
hindsight.
Carlos.
Nope. Don't put me into any of this stuff. Ron, tell him I was a good guy that whole trip, right?
Carlos is unbelievably well behaved. He didn't pick on Art or throw him in the water one time.
I sat with him at dinner. Come on, what else can you ask for? Yeah, I even invited him out to lunch, but he missed it. He was at McDonald's. Poor guy.
Getting a Happy Meal.
See, I've heard some bad things about that Moderna shot too, Bob Casey.
Yeah. I've experienced the bad things of that Moderna shot.
Yeah, my wife, Linda was her second one. She was down for almost 3 days, almost on her second one. I was telling Ron about it because Ron's the one that had the problems with it.
Yeah, I get sick.
Ron,
you
did you have
know,
Moderna?
The
Mm-hmm.
the
It's
the
funny, it
one.
all depends on who you ask, Everyone's had a bad experience with one, or like, oh, it's nothing with all three brands,
First injection was just soreness and stiffness. The Moderna seems to give. The second one is the one that gives problems.
Oop,
Carlos,
I
what
was
are we
with
looking at?
Dono,
This
and
is I drowned this drone.
Oh, this is the one.
Yep.
this is not going to end well.
Nope.
What are you flying here?
It's a 5-inch schizo. It has a Session 5 on it that didn't come back home with me.
Yeah, I saw that in the schizo thing. I said, don't tell me that's the name of the drone.
That's the name of it. Schizo Nova. It's the name of the frame. Just
Right.
So I'm flying. If you look on the left, the RSSI 84, 84, 85, 75, and I just lost it. I couldn't control anything. And splash.
Wait, so you
What
lost?
happened though?
I lost controller to the from controller to bird.
And that's what I've always worried about with those
They call
things.
that a fail-safe.
How far were you?
Maybe 2 or 3 football fields. I don't know. That ball.
Really? That's it? So it's Wi-Fi?
No. No, not really. No, it's 5.8
No.
gigahertz.
Okay. And really, that's short a distance.
It was something weird happening there.
Yeah, I know that from the Tiny Hawk. That's when your flight is over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, it was that volcano in Iceland.
So anyway, that was about 400 and change left there.
Ooh.
I have to admit, I've only broken 3 props, and I've been flying since 2014. But then I'm cautious.
I brought one back with me. So I'm even for the day.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Now, look at what Ed said, Carlos. You need to back off that name, maybe, dude, because you didn't come back.
What name? What happened? What is he saying? I missed.
Back from the sky.
Oh,
You
yeah.
You didn't come back, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Are we on YouTube or just talking?
YouTube.
Oh, shit.
You didn't know that?
No.
We're going to go live any minute, bud. Hang on. I'm just waiting.
No, that's fine. I can't wait to see the comments.
No.
You'll be
they're
able
all-
to watch You'll be able to watch your replay.
Yeah. Just don't show it to my wife, okay?
She didn't have to. Just put your name in there. It'll come up.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah,
gave
I
the
got another
lanyard.
hour to kill. I got to go close early voting.
So Brad Alston goes, I want to put your name on this thing. He goes, what's your last name? I told him I don't tell people my last name. So
Brad is such a nice guy.
he is, but I don't know if you noticed when I came in, Ken Dono, he called me prick.
You did. I was wondering about it.
He calls everybody prick, doesn't
No,
he?
no. I purposely
No.
introduced myself as prick.
Yeah.
And then my
Your
other name is
card was
Carlos.
facing that way.
But he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. Just like everybody else.
Yeah, he was on Ken Heron last night,
Ken
talking
who?
him off the ledge.
Just kidding. Oh, really?
Yeah, his stream crashed. Something wrong with his computer, and Ken does not have patience for that sort of thing.
That was unbelievable. He
Yeah,
went he went dead
ready
and
to
froze.
blow.
It kept on like replaying.
But then it didn't happen again.
Yeah, and then he lost over half the viewers.
Uh-oh. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
good
the
for
thing.
him.
Ken puts on a show. It needs to work.
All right, so you're all on YouTube. How many subscribers you got?
I have like 546 or 7. I lose them like more than I gain them. It's my bubbly personality, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just
Anybody
about
else?
tied with Carlos, about the same number.
I got like 383. Brian, what do you got?
623,
Excellent.
622, wait,
much-
619,
How
Yeah,
many
it's
does-
dropping quickly.
617. Oh, 620 again.
What do
They
you
go
got,
up and
Ryan?
down for no reason. It's crazy. I don't know.
Right now it's around 623, and it's been there for weeks.
471 this morning.
Okay. So we're not making money off of YouTube.
Never
Nope.
planned on it.
No,
You know what
I
YouTube?
got-
You know what YouTube for me was? That meetup. That was like the highlight of YouTube right there. Is getting actually to meet people 3-dimensional instead of your 2D flatheads, and I actually got to see people.
And see, I think what Bud was asking earlier about what started me with this is I met people at the last spin up, but I didn't really know them. I didn't know anybody, and then I started seeing all these live streams with some of them, and I said, "Oh shit, I didn't know you could do that." So next thing you know, I'm following Ron Lockwood. Oh wait, he wasn't there. No, Steve Carpenter. That's right. I was following Steve Carpenter.
I gotta say though, for that thing you guys did in Florida, that meetup down there, that was more of like a organic. Let's get together. It went from like 4 guys to 30 guys, right? Without selling tickets, none of that stuff.
Right.
It was just friends getting together.
It actually started out with Ray Kelly and I and Mitch talking about it one day.
Yeah. And it just happened. Sometimes that's the best way as opposed to a big planned event, you know.
Yeah.
Well, on Spin Down, not the last year, but Spin Down at number 2 Spin Up on the Sunday. That's what it is. We just met. Kelly had rented this small field, baseball diamond field in a big park, and we were just all out there flying at the ball field.
Yeah.
Or crashing, depending on who
Yeah,
you talk.
well, Ken, Mr. Crash, phew, bam.
I tell you, I'd really truly enjoy if everybody would have an interest in coming out here.
How long's the flight? 3 hours? 4 hours?
From
Where are you
you,
at again?
about 2.5.
Oh, that's
Where you
it?
at?
Oh, that's the same
Yeah.
to Florida.
Yeah,
Where are you at again?
in South
Ryan?
Dakota.
South Dakota.
Oh, I'd
But I
love
can
to go
take
to South Dakota.
people to a different location, a beautiful location every day.
And that's
That
there's
state
tons of it out there.
beautiful.
Is there a such thing as ideal weather in so much as less wind, less cold, like cool weather? Time of year, months?
Anytime from May to even April.
Mhm.
Like I said, the weather goes back and forth this time of year. We've had 75-degree weather a couple weeks ago. We also had a foot of snow a week ago.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah,
What town in South Dakota?
pardon me,
What town in South Dakota?
Rapid City.
Oh yeah.
Anytime from late April to, I've actually had awesome weather clear up through the end of October.
Nice.
All right, I'll be at your door in about a week.
Yeah, but how hot when you get up in the summertime?
It can vary. I actually come out here when I was still living in Pennsylvania. I come out here hunting one time for a week. The coolest day we had was 98.
Wow.
I was going to say,
One
it gets warm up there, I know.
Yeah, but the average, the 90% of the time, our average days are in the 80s, and there's no humidity.
True that.
Now, why is that, Ron? Because you guys are no further south really than I am. Not much, I don't think. I think we're about parallel with each other.
Yeah. Now on the eastern side of the state, Sioux Falls, they get all the lake effects, all the lakes in Minnesota, and it is humid and nasty and full of mosquitoes and. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have that?
No.
Oh, that's even
No,
better.
it's very dry.
So you're on the east end of the state.
The west end.
West end, okay.
West End.
We're about 45 minutes from the Wyoming border.
Okay.
That's you're getting close to Minnesota, like you say, on the east end of
No.
the state bird. The state bird
Minnesota.
is there.
Hey, Brian,
The mosquito.
I've sent you a message link. Could you, from one of my videos, I wanted to show them where one place I'd like to take guys. It's like a 1 minute video.
Which, let me see.
I'll send it to you on Messenger.
Which one is it titled? I saw like 5 videos.
Let's see.
I didn't see you swimming. Sorry. Didn't want to see you naked or half naked.
Are you talking about first Harley ride of the year?
No.
No.
There's one. I like the
Right,
video. Say goodbye to 2021. That was a good one.
Yeah,
Or
there's actually
2020.
Or the Insta 360?
Okay, I'm not seeing
this. Here's one that says motorcycle ride across Wyoming. That's got some good stuff.
I love Wyoming.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, here we go. Bring it.
Oh.
Come on, Brian. You can do it.
Now I'm trying to find.
I also didn't see the wedding.
I didn't see anything on Messenger though, Ron.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't send it on Messenger yet. Were you going to share that, Carlos?
I can show
No.
it here.
Or Steve?
I got it.
Steve's
I got
got
it up.
I love the opening.
Is that when you fly in your plane up there? Or that's just
No, I
generic?
was flying the drone and the motorcycle.
Wow. No, but that opening scene.
Yeah,
Look
going
at that
through the
scenery.
mountains.
Oh,
Going
wow.
through the clouds.
Some people might call that fog, but that's just me.
Yeah.
That was scenery.
Here's where you'd love
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the,
Oh,
the
man.
FPV, Carlos.
That's
right in there.
nice. Yeah. 10,000 feet nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Yep.
And pass out.
And
That was
snow.
in July.
Great shot.
Man.
Ooh, I like that little cave
Yeah,
in
you
there.
can't beat it.
I'm going to take my wife and do a week of Naked and Afraid. That's what we do.
Wait, naked? That naked?
Naked and Afraid. We'll both lose like 20 pounds. Come home feeling good.
Excellent.
Wyoming.
Wyoming. Everybody thinks Wyoming is boring, but it's beautiful.
There's some boring parts, but not many. Most of it's pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous in Wyoming.
Yep.
Believe it or not, even New York State.
Oh, yeah.
New York State's real pretty.
It's beautiful. You know, we
Just
get
stay out of
fucking-
New York City.
and our governor's a freaking
Knucklehead.
whatever. But it's a beautiful state.
What are we watching here?
This is just a flight, a GoPro flight that I was able to save. But just to give you an idea of the park and the range on these things, that's why I was a little surprised that I couldn't fly over that to the right on that other field, and I lost signal. But watch how far I go. You'll see.
That's not very far.
I'm still going, but it's FPV.
yeah.
Remember that.
Okay.
That's pretty far.
This is not I'm all the way back here.
How fast is that moving, Carlos?
35, 40 maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There's some times where I get it a little lower. But I just like cruising the area.
There you go.
All that flippy floppy, not for me.
Right.
No, I don't want to.
I mean that you can put them in there, but it's one after the other. It's just like ridiculous. I like the feeling of flying like you're in an airplane, or just, so you could just throw one in there nice and slow. It doesn't have to be all crazy. I do the front flips for Ed. Love my drones. But this is the Mitch field, Palm Bay.
Oh yeah.
This is in Florida. It was perfect over there. I liked everything about it.
Doesn't look like there was much wind there that day when you flew this.
This was probably 10-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah, which that's not bad.
Well, with the big birds, you can go 15 miles an hour and not have an issue. It's just a great place to be. I don't know. I'm telling you, I can't say enough. We had a great time.
How high are those trees? About 30 feet?
Yeah, 30, 35.
Yeah. See, that's what we have too many of here. We've got pines here that are like 90 feet.
Yep.
How was the Texas Roadhouse down there in Florida?
It's good.
It was okay. We went to another place after that I can't remember. Where was the... Oh, no, Ron wasn't there. But, yeah, it was all good.
Yeah.
You know what? The company made it even... That's,
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse was basically a TGI Fridays with a different name, kind of.
Right.
Yep. But they got a good steak for cheap. Relatively.
Actually, we got these steaks for like $10 with 3 sides. Man, Mitch was like in heaven. I'm getting this. I followed suit. Got the same thing. You getting bored yet?
Well, I'm actually okay. I did fly the new DJI FPV drone, and the reason why I'm asking about the trees is this is kind of how I flew it. Although I didn't do any flips, of course. Right. It's like being in a jet fighter.
Oh,
and I kept it high because I didn't want to crash the guy's drone because he only had it 2 days. That was his first time flying it himself. And after about 4 or 5 battery charges, he goes, "Man, you got to try this." And I said, "No." All day long, I kept saying, "No." I said, "Okay, don't kill me if I crash it."
Let me show you one of.
That's what it looks like, kind of.
I got one here that you should probably show, Brian, of Ron's. It's about 3 minutes, but it's one of his best ones that he did. That has a little bit of everything here, and I commended him on it.
Oh yeah, this is the one. But this is several states, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this one. This one was good though.
Oh, 2020 in review.
Wait, that's my wife.
Oh, Jesus.
She's not home.
That was when we were down there with Paul, Rodney, Dennis.
That's pretty cool looking there.
There, Carlos, I'll take you out in the buggy, and that's right up there from my house.
Oh, man, look at that. You're close to that, too?
Whose video is this?
20 minutes? Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. Whose video is this?
This is Ron's.
Awesome.
It is. Now, who was driving and who was flying, or how did you get that
I was doing all the flying.
And your sweetie was driving?
Yeah. No, I was driving and
flying.
Follow me mode.
Okay.
Oh, wow. From that high.
This is in Yellowstone here.
I'd be afraid to. This is like the Great Adventures. They have these.
I need a vacation.
800-pound grizzly.
Oh, that was my wife waking up.
Oh, Jesus.
She's not home.
Probably a good thing.
Damn.
We're dialing 911.
How's that?
Those are my brothers and brother-in-laws.
Is that you and your wife? Just kidding.
There's a shot.
Oh, that video. These views suck. Turn this off.
You're just jealous.
I am extremely. Jesus. I need a vacation.
That was in Wyoming there. And then a fishing trip to Alaska. Yeah, 2020 was fun for travel.
All right, my videos suck.
Yeah, really, right? You watch this, and you're like, man, why do I post?
Yeah, I have a farm that raises corn and beans. Whoopee doo dah day. Fuck you guys.
I'm saying I posted my first video in 3 months because of Ron. You know, it's like, God, what do I put up?
Not for nothing, bud, but I was pretty excited with that silo video.
Well, I got one of a bird. I've been doing this early voting shit, and this bird attacks my mirror. I don't know if you can bring it up or not, but it's funnier than hell. See if you can find the bird video I just put up.
I can't wait till July.
It's only a
voting for out
40.
there?
It's just a bird attacking my mirror on my truck.
What are you drinking there, bud?
Canadian Club.
And what's the early voting going on? What is that about?
Oh God, the numbers are terrible.
But what are you voting for?
Local elections,
Okay.
school board, park
All that
district. You know, bunch of crap. People don't care that those are the people you can go talk to.
Right.
But they're like, well,
Those are the ones that are more important than anybody else.
absolutely. Oh, here we go.
Okay, this is going to be comparable to Ron's, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Look at
good.
the scenic location.
Hey, you're in the handicap spots.
No, I'm next to
I'm
it.
at the park there.
Oh, there's my buddy.
There he is.
Is that an eagle?
No,
that
it's a young eagle. Every day, I've been there since Monday, and this was filmed today, and he hates the mirror on my truck.
Actually, he's looking at himself.
Yeah,
He thinks it's a
yeah,
competitor.
Another
a
bird.
competitor. Yeah. He's like, okay, get that bird out of here. So he's like, okay, I'll chase it away again. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're
Boy,
gone.
they are
You're
dumb,
gone.
aren't they?
All right, you can turn it off.
I had a robin outside my house in a bush right outside a window. 2 years in a row, that robin attacked himself day after day.
There's a building over here in the city of Irvine, and it used to be called Floor Corporation. And when they put the building in, the whole thing is floor to top ceiling glass, and it's coated. It's got a special coating, so during the daytime, it's like a reflective mirror. The
Right.
birds would sit up on the top, and they'd come down, and these crows, and they would sit there and go down, and then they'd see the other crow and go bam and hit the thing and go down like 4 stories down to the bottom, kind of shrug themselves back up, get back up, and fly up to the top again, and just do it all over again.
Yeah.
Just day
Working
in,
it
day out.
themselves. That's crazy. Anyway, thanks, Brian, for playing that.
Yeah, thanks,
No
Brian,
problem.
Steve.
I'm gonna go watch it again later.
You prick.
I do post some
like a
pretty
lion
stupid videos.
Is the second half where the bird attacks you?
Well, you know what? We're gonna wait. I will post it later. No, I'm kidding.
Have any of you guys ever had a drone attacked by a bird?
Pigeons at my mom's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, get out of here.
No, I've had hawks come after mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
But
pigeons.
the Evo, the Altel Evo, because of his orange, birds don't like bright colors. They think it's a competitor.
Right.
It was between a couple of office buildings, and he was pretty aggressive.
Really?
Seagull-
There.
Seagulls here.
All right, you bring up a good question. What does everybody fly? I fly everything DJI. So we'll start down here with I can't remember your name.
Mike?
Me? Yeah. I've got a Mavic 2 Pro.
Love it.
That's the only drone anybody needs to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, next going that way.
That would be Steve.
Yeah.
I fly a Mavic Pro Original and a
Okay.
Maverick Air 2.
Oh, I love the Air 2.
The Mavic Pro
Go with
original.
Carlos.
No, that's
Fly,
brick.
Carlos.
Me, I fly the TFT 65. That's
Now, what's
fucking,
that?
That fucking thing. That's I'm just kidding. No, I fly mainly FPV quads.
Okay.
All types. I used to fly the Mavic Air and the Spark.
Okay, Ron.
I have the Mavic 2 Pro, and then when I get bored at work, we go fly in a helicopter and an airplane.
Oh yeah, fine. Be that way. And
Flies the
Brian,
real
I know you got a boatload.
Brian flies drones? What does he fly? How many drones?
I know I'm down to like a Mavic Air 2 and a Mavic 2 Zoom, but then I have
Really?
this baby. This is my savior here. You know, come on now.
Oh, my cat would love that.
My cat does love it. Never see. Yep. I got to get video of me doing that because that alone is a short. I had 2 cats actually jump up and collide in midair trying to get it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's where you
Carlos,
need a GoPro at 60 frames a second. Boom.
Here's Ron. Here's
Nice.
Ron's other drone.
Right.
Yeah, that's my other toy.
Air Med 3.
That's cool.
By the way, have y'all seen that new? They're calling it a helicopter on Mars. The thing that they're letting go.
Yes.
From that. Why are they calling that a helicopter? Is there a reason?
Is that a remote control taxi thingy?
Yeah, yeah.
It's only got the one blade.
No, it's 2 counter
It's
rotating.
2.
Well, yeah, agreed.
Now, Ron, how did it get off of that thing?
It has these hydraulic lifts.
Okay.
It lifts it up in the air about 4 or 5 inches, and then they lower the arms down. It goes right on those leg posts there. It grabs a hold of that,
Gotcha.
and then I put it away while the pilot's firing up, and then I come out and do my final check and walk around. And I'm
Who
usually the
shot
last one to
this?
get in.
Who shot this?
Me. I was testing the Osmo
Who's me?
action.
Raise your hand. I can't. Oh, there we are. Okay.
That's what I said. It's Ron's other drone.
Yeah, that's kind of big for a drone. God damn, what a shot!
Man, that's great.
I was just testing the stabilization of the Osmo action. Didn't
That
That's
was
great.
unbelievable.
Yeah, but you got debris on your windshield. You should have cleaned it.
Yeah, I should have.
That would have been a great shot otherwise.
Obviously, you're pretty high up. I notice when I
Well,
fly.
I'm really high right now, but that's fine.
I
No,
couldn't.
he's flying less than 400 feet.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I fly, say 300, 400 feet over a neighborhood, looking at the monitor, I use a smart controller. I get disoriented really easily. Like all the houses look alike, and
Wait, you're
a landmark, you know.
you're actually flying this?
No.
Oh,
Sitting in the passenger seat up front, though.
that's some great video.
Beautiful
Super
bird.
looking. All right, my life sucks. I get to ride a greens mower at a golf course. Nothing like that.
Yeah, those are fun too. You
Unless your lines are wrong, then your boss bitches at you. But anyway, that is a cool freaking video.
Yes, it is.
Look at the rotor in the back.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
don't know what
barely
the-
spinning.
I don't know what
How
the
many is
shutter
the
speed
oil
was
that
at. I just put it on automatic and just stuck it. I had it on a selfie stick and just stuck it in my pocket. And
Yeah, the part that got me, because I was talking with him when he told me he was going to go fly. And when he came back, and the one thing that I noticed once he posted it up is you can see the shaking and the movement of the chopper, but yet how everything else is so stable.
Yeah.
Because you look at the instrument dash there when it gets back up in the air here, and you see it's shaking.
Yep. I've
That
flown
is,
plenty of helicopters. You know, they're not the most comfortable ride.
they're not.
Ron, did you ever show us a video where you were flying with a woman? Was that you? No, maybe not. Or complaining about it, maybe?
oh god.
Helicopter
I
rides.
think I was on on Matt's live stream one day.
Hey, baby, take me up. I'll make it pay for you.
Mile High Club, half mile
Yeah.
club, half mile club.
Yeah. Yeah. Clean the bugs off my windshield and I'll make you happy.
You know what's strange, Ron?
What's that?
For most people that don't fly drones, this view from up above is probably something I don't know, to behold. But ever since I've flown drones, I think we see the world from like a completely different perspective.
Correct.
You're up in the air.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like it's not captivating. Like when I went up in the plane, I'm saying I've seen this before. You know, from the ground. I don't know.
Been there, done that.
No, you're correct. I mean, I
Go
fly my farm, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, how'd you do that? And I said, I did it with a drone.
Mhm.
Well, couldn't an airplane do the same thing? I'm like, oh, first of all, it would have cost money, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah. They don't
Drones
get it.
have cost the helicopter industry a lot of money because that's how they used to shoot a lot of aerial footage.
That's right.
Well, think about the news agencies. They're all putting drones up now, and we have our live ABC drone over, wherever. They don't have a cameraman. They don't have a helicopter. That was a good video.
So
Who
I want to
shot
show
that
this,
again?
Ron Lockwood.
Ron? Yeah.
I
Excellent.
want to show this to BMAC, because then one day you'll graduate to this drone here. Anyway,
Oh, yeah,
before,
right.
before you share, wait,
I can't. What?
go back to me. This
Here
is
we go, get
this is the
pictures.
drone. This little thing is what we're going to see
That's
fly.
the freestyle, isn't it?
This is the race.
Oh, the race. Okay.
This is the
Yeah, I've
tiny
been looking
hawk.
at that one too.
This one's fast. It's just like
Yeah.
pure speed in a drone. It's amazing how quick it just takes off.
Oh,
Oops.
how quick it got into that tree.
Mhm.
I can do that.
But again, you wear glasses. How are you seeing that in the goggles?
These are very low power for me. I don't really.
And
I
the
can wear these
goggles-
goggles without any glasses.
The goggles allow me to leave my glasses on.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing. Okay, first of all, I'd hit one of those.
Carlos, I forget which camera I had. I think you were flying that one. And remember when I had the camera right out by the launch pad?
Yeah.
And you took off, and it's like,
No,
where'd
that
it
was a
go?
different drone, but yeah, I saw that. Yeah, those they take off, man. They're crazy. But this is just pure speed, Brian. One day when you
No.
get an open field,
No.
you buy one of these and you just.
Okay.
This isn't made for doing tricks. This is just.
No, I know. But here's the thing, though, Carlos. If you took that thing and put it like 6 feet off the ground, could you keep it stable enough to keep it that way for
Yes.
a good run?
Oh yeah.
See, that's in the
It's all up-
simulator. I
it's
can't
all
even
up to
do that.
you. It's all up to you.
In
It's
the
you know what
simulator,
it
I
is.
can't even do that though.
It's a combination of your left stick throttle and pitch, and you got to constantly.
Adjust.
You're constantly adjusting. It's never you leave it in one position. Not for the most part, you don't.
The trouble, and see, I know what you're saying because I over adjust too many times. Next thing I know, I'm looking at the sky.
Correct. But you'll learn from doing that okay, I shouldn't do this, and you'll less correct. But that's normal.
All right, so what's the highest resolution you get out of the camera?
Maybe 480, 720.
All right, so we're not talking 4K or nothing?
No. You have to put a
Okay.
different camera on it.
All right.
This is more for the fun of flying, not for
Yeah.
videotaping.
Understood. And, oh my God, I'm about ready to puke, but that's okay.
Hey, Thomas, I just want to answer Thomas on this question. I have not. I've put them on. I powered them up. I don't have a drone though that I can actually look through to see them yet.
Your Tiny
But
Hawk?
no, the Cobra Sky Zone
I know,
X
but
ones that I got.
Your Tiny Hawk should show up on that.
I haven't even thought to try. I didn't think I could pair it with that.
Of course. That's 5.8. It has nothing to do with FR Sky or anything.
Really?
Yep.
I know what I'll be doing tomorrow. That'd be awesome.
Now, is that Wi-Fi or what?
5.8 gigahertz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Radio
Wi-Fi.
signal, just like the drone.
Wow, Jesus. I'm getting sick. Put something else on.
It's almost over.
Hang on, bud.
But this is the experience. I mean, you can't. I don't know. For me, this is such an adrenalin rush, man.
Reach into the front pocket in front of the seat in front of you, and the flight air sickness bag is in there.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not arguing. I mean, this is fucking cool, but it ain't my cup of tea.
I hear you.
Brian,
That was freaking cool.
All right, let me show you the goggles that I use, Bud, so you can get in there.
Yeah, please.
I'm going to get them.
Brian, Dan, I don't know whether it was, I want to say it was one of those 5 inches or whatever inch drones, but he had a bracket up there.
Oh.
I was a little nervous about it, but I let him put my 360 on his drone.
Dan.
In fact, I got to edit that footage to send it to him. But he took my 360 out on his FPV drone.
Okay.
You want to make this a full screen real quick so I can show Bud, Brian?
Yeah, please.
Por favor.
Por favor.
So anyway, that's what I'm looking into. And it's like 3 mirrors. And I can just slip it over my head and keep my...
And it fits over your glasses.
Yeah. And
This doesn't fit over the headphones.
Well, it's not the headphones, but...
Yeah. And this, you can actually have a bottom piece here, and it'll put you, basically in the dark, but I choose not to. And I still have plenty of light, and it's bright enough.
What brand is that?
FXT.
Okay. Cool.
Viper, version 2.
All right.
$170. Yep.
Those are the most comfortable ones that I tried on that at Spin Up 2 with Jerry Caverly.
Right.
Carlos. Because they work great over your glasses, and if you have problems with vertigo, with it being open in the bottom, you don't get that vertigo effect.
That's what I was going to ask you, Carlos. Does that keep you from opening, keep you from getting that vertigo?
It just, I like the open because I like to be able to go like this, just in case I want to be able to see what's behind me if the bird is over there. And I just like the open. I don't like, you know what it is? It's actually hot in the summer when you have your face in there. At least this way you get some kind of breeze.
All right. Again, stupid question.
No such thing.
When you're sitting there in your chair and you're flying, are you tilting your head and all that shit too, or are you
Sometimes I'll look to the left. I'll do this. There's people like Drone Bum Paulie. He does this. Don't ask me why. He looks to the left and he sticks his tongue out. I took a few pictures of him.
Paulie is such a good guy.
Man, every time we're together, it's just pure fun. I
got to spend we had the extra day after Spin Down for number 2. We took the day off. We went out, had lunch. We went out flying, had a great time together because we had that extra day there in Austin, and got to know him a lot better. So that was fun having the whole day with him there.
Oh man, we have a great time. We just have a really great time. He's easy to get along with, easy going, and he's muscular. So when I go around, I feel safe because nobody bothers us. I'm telling you this. You hear about like novice quad or people that go out to the same fields we go to, and they go, "Man, the police and this and that." I go with Paul. We flew in the mall. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the mall flight? We actually flew in the mall. Nobody bothered us. He's just got that look. Nobody wants to mess around with him. So
he's got that look of authority going, I ain't going to take any shit from anybody.
Exactly. But he'd be the first one to say, okay, I'll pack up and go, where I'll say, no, I'm not leaving.
Carlos, you heard when I said to Adrian, it was kind of chilly out there on Saturday with all that wind. He goes, Ron, he goes, tell me why your nipples are hard. I'm like, hey, my eyes are up here.
Yeah, really? Well, you know what it is? He's so short that's probably worse.
He's a funny dude, man.
Don't say short jokes.
Yeah.
Well, he's vertically challenged. How's that?
Yeah.
Nice guy, though.
Adrian's a hoot.
He's just little. I was surprised how little. He was as little as Ed. And Ed is little.
Yeah, Ed's a little guy.
So y'all know each other or what?
We know each other from YouTube, and then we got to. You know what? That was the other dynamic, or whatever you want to call it, is that even though we met people for the first time, it wasn't for the first time. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was only you could touch him for the first time. You could shake his hand, but as far as like me and Mitch, it's like we always knew each other.
Don't touch me.
You know what I mean? Don't touch me.
Only a couple people though that
if you can touch me, you got a long fucking arm.
Yeah, Drone Bum is the only one I've met in person.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
he
I
drove
met
up
Ray
there
Kelly
one day.
also prior to this meet.
He bought a drone from me.
There were a
that's
couple
right.
people I had to look at their name tag because I'd never seen them in a live stream. You know,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that
Ron,
was-
how you doing? I had to peek over at their name tag.
Yeah, it's spin up one. That was that a lot. But even then too, because people came up to me because I'd been on different live streams. They go, "Oh, hi, Steve," and I'm looking and I'm going, you're looking at the name tag to sit there and say, "How do
Yeah.
you know me?" They know you because they've seen they've seen me, but
Yeah.
you don't know them. But then Rodney Bell and Paul and those guys. When we met at Spin Up 2, it was just like big hug and, how are you doing? It's like we were talking 2 days ago online, and then all of a sudden the conversation picked right back up where you were at.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Plus, there's a lot of
like
people.
you always knew each other. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
That's all right. Plus, there's a lot of people. All I know them by is their channel name. I don't know their first name or anything.
Right.
You know.
What?
Well,
you can't
my channel
read
name
mine?
is my first name, so.
You can't read mine?
I'd like to know them.
Savan.
I'm finally changing mine because you go type Steve Carpenter in, and it's just like you never find me.
Right. That's why only reason I have media after mine because there's
Here we go.
20 other Mike Roaches.
What are we bringing up now?
This is how I keep track of YouTube names and their channels.
Ah,
I put I just make a file. Every time I learn one, I write it down. And there's a shit ton of them because, this is not even half the people that I probably talk to,
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I'm here is because of you.
Oh,
That's kind of
God.
the reason why we're here too.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Y'all are not fixing to be here because I got to go feed some dogs.
actually, the bar called me and said, "Hey, Brian's looking for you." So
Oh.
I had to come home.
I see Bob Casey in the chat there and Thomas Aerials.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Bob. I didn't think you looked like that, Bob, but I'm not disappointed. But it's not what I imagined.
yeah. So, yeah.
All right, I got to ask a YouTube question. How y'all lighten yourselves? Because I look like I died a year ago, and you're all beautifully lit up.
Well, if I do this, I've got just ceiling down lights. I've got my natural light coming in from outside from sun. That would be if I just had my lights straight on down above me.
Huh?
I did have natural light about an hour and a half ago, but now it's got my face is dark now. But I've got a little light here that I'll shine off the shade at night when I'm using it.
All right, Carlos.
Just a little lamp and the screen, the computer screen. So
His makeup
these are
artist
my-
comes in right before.
These are my computer monitors lighting me up.
Yeah.
not enough makeup to make this guy look good. Trust me. Seen better heads through open zippers. You know what I mean?
I've done enough theater to know that I look like shit. But anyway,
Are you an actor?
Just get a
I
light.
was.
Really?
Compact for.
Wait.
fluorescent or
This is
LED.
getting interesting. He was an actor. Tell me
I
about
was
your
a
acting.
thespian.
Is that more than a lesbian? I don't know.
It's
Well,
a
I was
thespian
in
and an actor.
college. I was in college, and I saw this sign that said lesbian sign up, and I thought it said lesbians. I'm like, fuck, I'm in. So anyway, yeah.
Did your acting career end kind of like Art's stand-up comedian career?
Yeah. I had a good run.
Yeah.
I did about 200 shows.
I'm not being nice.
What kind of parts did you play?
Oh God, comedy, drama, whatever.
Really?
I directed.
Did you force yourself to cry during any scenes?
Yes.
Did you? Can we see a little? Can we see a little example of you crying?
Oh God, Mom. I'm so sorry. Fuck it. I'm sorry that I porked that pig, and I can't cry. Sorry. Let me work on it. Call me back in a half an hour.
Try this, bud. Try this. Take your glasses off and just boink. No, don't do it.
No, it
Somebody told me to.
It was a interesting twist in my life. Well, here's the deal. I was at college. I needed a communication course, and the only one that was open was this
Thespian.
lesbian class. So I took it, and I ended up getting a leading support role, and I got hooked.
Nice.
So I did about 200 shows, directed about 20 of them. Yeah.
Can you tell me the title of one of the shows you directed?
The night of January 16th.
That was the
I
name?
was a prosecuting attorney.
Oh.
I had to learn about 5,000 lines.
Wow.
Wow.
But fortunately, I had a secretary kind of sitting out to the side that if I got confused, because the
Can't imagine that.
the people I was interviewing would change their lines, fucking with me.
He kind of comes from the school like
Okay,
Richard
so
Burton.
yeah. Anyway,
You know, you drink a little on the set, it's no problem.
and then in Oswego here, we had the remember we had the not ready for primetime players.
Right.
We had the not ready for Prairie Fest players.
Prairie?
Yeah. Well, I live out in the prairie.
Tip cows for fun? Stuff like that.
So we had a gal, she'd write a melodrama, and I'd be in the bar drinking my ass off and come across and do the show. Oh, God, some of them are so hilarious. But, yeah, I was a thespian for a while. So
Are any of these on film or tape where we can actually watch
I
them?
got them on DVD. You want me to post them?
I think you should.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Put them on your YouTube channel.
Brian, I'll send the link to you and then post it to these guys, and they'll just go, really? He's an asshole.
So what do you do now?
I'm
If I may
I was
ask.
a computer programmer. I'm retired. I mow greens at a golf course
Wow.
and then smoke dope and drink a lot of booze.
Cool.
Yeah.
On my channel, I've got me back in the 1980s
Dancing?
doing dancing.
I
right?
like
Ballet
those
dancing.
videos. Yeah. You have a
Who's
few of
talking?
those. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, yeah.
Back when I
Who's
was
talking
skinny.
about dancing with bears? Is that Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, you danced with bears?
No, it was ballet dancers.
Ooh.
And I use a wheelchair, so it was kind of a choreographed, wheelchair with girls on their feet, and it worked out pretty good.
Are you in a chair?
Yeah.
No shit. How
Yeah.
long?
Almost 43 years.
No shit. Well, good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And you're dancing with ballerinas. I love it.
Like, ballerinas are great, man. Wheelchair.
All right, that's the video clip we need to see.
Have you ever
It's in
seen
there
that, guys? I've seen it. It's a good video.
It's way back in my stuff. I transferred it over from a DVD, and I don't know.
There was
it was
three of
fun.
you guys. Three of you
Is
guys.
it on
doing it.
YouTube?
Yeah. So on my channel, if you go way back in, it's
Wait, hang on. Hey, I got to find something to write with and a piece of paper. All right, what's the channel?
it's
Might be Mike Roche Media, but I could be
Mike-
wrong.
Mike Roach Media.
All right, I can't even read my handwriting, but Roche.
R-O-C-H.
Hey, Bud.
R-O-C-H.
Bud, you can just go back and watch this video and pull it up anytime you want.
Yeah, but we're going on 3 hours. Steve. This is-
What?
Right. R-O-C-H-E.
I'm trying to get you
I get
more
that.
view hours.
.com or just
No.
on YouTube?
He can go back and rewatch it.
All right, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm drunk.
Yeah, Mike Roach Media.
Okay,
YouTube.
media. See, you didn't say the media part. Work with the handicapped, okay?
Right. But yeah, that
I
was
can't believe Brian invites me to this shit.
I can't believe it either. This is amazing.
These live streams can be a blast, man. You know, it's just good stuff.
Well, I got to close early voting in a half an hour, so we're good.
Yeah.
That means I can't have another cocktail. Well, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Are you driving
Gotta
there?
load up on the large size.
No, I walk. It's at our Oswego, Illinois Village Hall. It's about a block away, so I walk. And then they all look at me like, "Really? You're here?"
Can't imagine that either. Hey, I got to end this, guys. And by the way, Bud, we need to talk about this book club thing
Oh,
one of these days. Not now.
all right. We'll leave that in suspense.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger, guys. Be here in a month.
Leave them wanting more. So
You can't believe the book club is amazing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, who got called?
Spam. That's me.
The dog's calling him saying, I'm hungry. I want to go eat.
Hey guys, thank you. It was fun.
good to
Bud,
meet you.
I'm fixing to end this thing here anyway, so.
Y'all have a good night.
All
Good
right.
weekend.
You too, bud.
You
Take
too.
care.
Thank you, Bud.
Brian, we will work out the book club.
Okay.
Brian, thank you very much for the invite.
Yes.
No problem, man. I love
Thank
having
you.
y'all come in.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Keep me having
Brian,
to talk to myself for hours.
Carlos, Bud, Mike, Steve.
All right.
See y'all.
Catch you
Everybody
guys later.
Y'all have a good weekend.
You
Appreciate
too.
y'all coming in.
Bye bye.
Y'all take it easy.
Yeah,